What's good, guys? This is Coach Danny, and I've been in the game of Taekwondo for over 14 years. I was 2024 US National Champion and also head coach at the Taekwondo Fury Institution, where we help over 380 different athletes and coaches master the modern game, and most importantly, win at the highest level today. This video contains hands down my best and most effective tutorials to date, so you could do exactly the same. I didn't just throw a bunch of videos together. Each video and section is hand-picked and sequenced properly so you can strategically build on the last one. In section 1, you'll learn how to warm up and prime your body the right way before every training session and every fight. This is what really matters. I'm talking about mobilization, activation, light plyometrics, and light footwork drills. This way you'll be sharp from the very first exchange. Section 2, we're covering the 7 most commonly used modern day techniques and how to drill them. So you're gonna learn about foot placement, kicking mechanics, the angle of the kick, and all the little details in between. Once you got your technique dialed in, section 3 is all about distance and ring management. So this is a little bit more tactical and it goes fighter by fighter. So if you're a taller fighter, learning how to keep your opponent at bay and at your long range. If you're a shorter fighter, learning how to break that bubble, get to the inside clinch where you're more advantageous. And also learning how to be in the right place of the ring at the right time so you always have the upper hand. Section 4 is all about your clinch game. So with the new rule changes in 2026 from World Taekwondo, that clinch and short range distance is gonna be happening a lot more frequently. There's gonna be a lot more hands-on action. So we gotta be making sure that we're getting ready and adapting and preparing as coaches and athletes to make sure that we're ready for those exchanges when they happen. Moving on to section 5, we got fakes and motions. Now these are heavily overlooked because them by themselves don't directly lead to you getting points. But if you add them in with your footwork and distance management, it makes you a lot harder to hit and predict, and it gives you a huge amount more of opportunities to score for yourself. Finally, we got decision-making and situational tactics. I put this in at the end because this is where everything that we worked on throughout the sections all comes together. You're in the ring, you're in the corner with 3 seconds left, up by 2, and you only got 1 gamjeom to spare, right? Are you gonna pull out? Are you gonna stuff in? Are you gonna get your leg out there? You gotta be drilling these situations in practice ahead of time, so when that moment does come, you're not freezing up, you know exactly what to do, you have a plan, and you execute. With that being said, I want to be completely honest to every single athlete watching this video. Information alone does not make you better. You have to take that information and actually implement it for it to make any difference in your game. So I want to give you a challenge. Go watch a section, find a partner, and then go train it at your school. Then come back, watch the next section, and then go train it again. I want you to treat this like a real course instead of just like a reel you see on IG and then you save it and you never come back to it. If you do that, then I promise you that you will see real progress. Go out, get that work in, and stay furious. I like to mobilize now, so I feel nice and fluid throughout the workout. So this is called the world's greatest stretch, but you're gonna come out into a lunge. When you do the lunge, I don't want the knee touching the floor because that takes the stretch out of the hip flexor. I'm not going for a long passive stretch, just quick stretch out, so then that way I can really open up the hip. So I'm gonna come out, knee is trying to stay straight like a pencil. I'm gonna take one hand down to the floor. I like to keep it in a fist so I can push into the floor, and I'm going to take the other hand, come up, all the way around, and then come back. I'm not just using this arm to open up. I'm pushing into the floor actively to open up my thoracic spine. I'm gonna come down, take a few steps, other side, and then move on. You guys should be able to get about 6 reps down to that side, and then we're gonna move on to the next mobilization. All right, everyone? All right, so if I put my left foot on the floor, my right hand is going down on the floor as well. So it's not gonna be the same side, but the opposite side. Try to lock out that back knee so it's not touching the floor. So you get the hip flexor stretch as well as the spine. Try to straighten out this arm, and then eyes follow the hand. So eyes on this hand, and then that's gonna help you open up your body a little bit more. Anyway, this time I'm gonna go into a full depth squat. So I'm gonna come out, full depth squat, I'm gonna come down, right? I'm gonna have both hands up to the sky. When I go up to the sky, right, I'm gonna feel my upper back contracting. I want to contract my upper back, all right? I don't want to let my shoulders come up though. I don't want to let this become this. I wanna contract the upper back so that way it's all coming from the back. It's not coming from me lifting my shoulders, all right, everyone? So I have here, then I'm gonna take one hand down. I'm going to press into the floor just like earlier. I could make a fist as well.
open up the spine. Same thing on the other side. And then I'm gonna come into my next rep. All right, everyone? Let's get 4 reps going down. Again, both hands up. We're gonna lock out the shoulders. Don't let them raise. I'm gonna come down into the squat. One hand into the floor, other side, and then move on to the next rep. All right, everyone? Let's go. So you're gonna come down into the squat. Both hands up. And then you're gonna push one hand into the floor, open up, and then same thing, open up. And then when you do it, if your eyes follow the hand that goes in the air, it helps you open up your spine more. So if you follow it with your eyes. So eyes on this hand, then eyes on this hand. Oh, we're gonna do a quick hip opener this time. Going forward, we're gonna wait until everyone gets to that side, all right? But when we go forward, just like the classic Taekwondo knee up, but we're going to be going from the outside to the inside. So I'm working on opening up the hips. I'm gonna go out to in, out to in, out to in, out to in. And as I'm doing this, I'm also getting a nice warm up for my ankles. Because for Taekwondo, honestly, any athletic sport, right? But you always want to be up on your toes, unless it's like a cancel when you're lifting up and your heel is on the floor for the base, right? Other than that, in order to move dynamically, I need to make sure that my ankles are strong. So then that way, if I need to make a cut, if I need to change direction, right? I'm not going flat-footed and then coming off like this. I make the quick cut, my ankle is up and I'm exploding. All right, everyone? So like I said, we're gonna keep the ankles up the whole time. You don't wanna let them drop like this. It should be almost completely silent. So from here. All right, I'm gonna go all the way down, and then when we get there, I'm gonna go backwards, all right? But once you get down, you can wait there, and then we're gonna start together. All right, first line, let's go. One thing I'd like to recommend is, for me, I like to think about the fight game a lot as rhythm. So I grew up, my father, he was a musician, a drummer. He always made me play the drums. So whenever I'm listening to music, especially during my warm-up, I like to match the beat. I feel like this, during the fight, if you're able to have your own tempo in your head, that's really what allows you to create your flow, to get into that flow state. So again, I'm gonna go for these knees ups, but again, it helps me a lot if I keep my heels up, nice and stiff. I don't wanna have too much like not letting the heel touch the floor like this. I wanna keep them nice and high, make sure they're locked out. And then if you listen to the beat like this, I like to, 1, all right, and I could play with it, right? I could play with it. If I want to go a little bit slower, I could still stay to the beat, or I could speed up, right? But the beat helps me stay nice and coordinated, all right? So we want to wake up not only our body, but also get our mind thinking as well. So try to stay coordinated with the beat. We're going to go one more time down, all right? So I don't want to see any 1, 2 like this. Try to stay in beat, okay? Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Go. Ariana, a little bit bigger of a circle. So that bottom pivot foot, if it opens up a little bit, it's gonna help you get a little bit wider of a rotation. Right? Same thing, we're gonna go backwards, all right? So backwards, same thing, I'm gonna go from inside to outward. One, two, nice. Heels up, nice. All right, everyone, so now we're gonna go halfway down is gonna be toe walks, and then halfway down is gonna be heel walks. And what I mean by that is, earlier I was talking about ankle stiffness. I wanna keep the heels nice and high, and I'm just going to tiptoe all the way down. I don't want any bouncing right now. We're not gonna have any rebound on this. I wanna keep them nice and high, locked out, like I'm in high heels. And then from here, I walk like a penguin almost. I keep my toes up, right? I'm gonna walk only on my heels like this, all right? So the first exercise is working on this ankle strength. Second exercise is working on the tibialis, this front part, all right? So halfway down, toe walks, halfway down, heel walks, and then we'll move into our plyometrics. Let's go. If you feel some wobbling, then you know that you need to work a little bit on your ankle strength. Okay. Now we're gonna move on to pogo jumps. I've seen a lot of athletes throughout my career and also online. When they do the pogo jumps, it's a little bit different for every athlete. But me, what I like to think of it is, everyone has seen a pogo stick, correct? You know what a pogo stick is, right? So you get that bounce, but a lot of times I see athletes, they keep their toes downwards like this. You don't want to keep it downwards. As soon as you touch the floor, you want to bring your toes back up. So remember that tibialis muscle we worked on? We're going to use the tib as soon as we touch the floor. And in order to cue that or get that, get the concept in a little bit more understandable, you want to think that this is your foot. As soon as you get close to the floor, you're slapping the floor. You're not hugging the floor, you're slapping it and bringing it back up. So if you look at my feet, right, it's like I'm slapping. But when I plant, right, my heels are never touching. If my heels touch, I'm hugging the floor. I don't want to hug, I want to keep my heels up. I'm going to, as soon as I come up, right, my toes aren't pointed down, I'm pulling them up so that when I come down, I can slap, 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 all right? So I'm gonna start off with 5 over here. I go for 5 pogo jumps. I can use my arms to help my bounce, get some explosiveness. Then I can walk out. I'm gonna come over to the middle, do 5 and then 5 at the end. So 5, 5, and 5, all right, everyone? Let's go. All right, and then last thing we're gonna do to warm up our ankles is we're gonna do single leg plyometrics. I'm gonna keep one leg in the air, and as I keep it, my back heel is never gonna touch the floor, all right? So like I said earlier, I don't want too much of bouncing from the ankle. I wanna keep it nice and stiff, and I'm gonna come all the way down. After I get halfway, I'm gonna switch, same thing. If you see, my heel is never touching the floor. I wanna get all the way down without any of that heel touches. In order to travel, right? If I want to travel like this, I have to be able to keep that ankle stiff, all right? So if you're not acclimated to the ankle strengthening drills, be careful, think about where you're placing your foot, because I don't want anybody rolling their ankle, all right, everyone? All right, right leg down, and then right leg down to half, left leg down to the end. Let's go. All right, everyone, so last warm-up drill. When I think about Taekwondo or fighting, I think a lot about deception, or getting someone to believe I'm doing one thing and then I do the other. So that's why my fighting style, I'm not saying everyone has to fight like this, but me personally, I like to add a lot of fakes, motions, distance management. So one thing I use to just warm up the brain, right? If I work with you, if we're facing each other like this, it's just a warm-up drill, right? He's not allowed to chase me until I touch his shoulder. But I'm able to act like I'm touching his shoulder to get him off balance, to get him to get off beat, right? And then when I feel like I'm ready to touch and sprint down, that's when I do it, all right? We're gonna sprint not all the way down to the wall, because I don't want anyone running into the wall, but I'm gonna go just about 3/4, all right? So from here, right, I just play with it. I stay nice and loose, right? I don't wanna be rigid. All the way down like this. Oh, and as I'm sprinting, his job is to try and catch me once I touch his shoulder, right? So we'll go one more time, right? So I want you guys to have fun with this, be playful. I'm going to come up, right? And then I come down from my sprint, and then I'm trying to get to the edge. Again, this doesn't have to be, thank you. This doesn't have to be too serious. My job is to just be nice and fluid, nice and, I like to say fluid like a wave, right? Because if I'm able to be fluid like a wave here, when I'm playing a game like this, then I come into my fight, same thing, right? I don't have to be too nervous, too rigid, right? I want to stay nice and loose, okay? Footwork.
Yes, sir.
All right, so just face behind to your partner behind you, and then we're gonna go for one round here and then one round the other way. Into footwork now, everyone. For me, like I said, every fighter is different, but I love to use footwork in my game. I feel like in a sport where it's been developing into a taller and taller person sport, the reason that I've been able to stay in the game is because I work a lot on my footwork and my distance management. If the name of the game is reaching out for long headshots and just tapping it and getting the 3 points, if me as a shorter fighter, I only stick to that same type of game. I have no other means of getting around that long leg if I fight someone who has a longer leg than me. For example, right? Let's just say I have a score. I'm a B+ with my front leg, let's say. And anyone who's below me or who is shorter than me, I could beat. But if I'm fighting someone who's taller than me and they have that same B+, then I know I'm gonna be at a disadvantage, right? So when I get to the higher level and I'm fighting athletes who are very, very flexible, very long, I need to have other weapons in my toolbox or other attributes to my fight game that allows me to get past that front leg game. I don't wanna just run into a wall and say, oh, this guy's taller than me, it's game over. No, right? I have to have other ways to get around that, all right? So that's why I have a really big emphasis on the footwork game. Just to start warming up and so I can see everyone's level of footwork, we're going to be bouncing, all right? And you guys could take 3 to 5 bounces in between, but you're just gonna go for one slide forward like this. Bounce, move around, right? One slide forward. It doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom, right? Like I said earlier, I like to listen to music, especially when I work on my footwork, so I could listen to the music, right? Play around with it, right? It doesn't have to be the same slide forward. Right? So I'm just staying nice and loose. I'm moving around. It doesn't have to be sideways every time. It doesn't have to be forward and backwards every time. I can mix around with it, but I just want 3 to 5 bounces in between, and then you're gonna do one slide forward. Once we get to that side, we're gonna switch feet. All right, everyone? Let's go. All right, everyone, same thing. We're gonna do the other stance. I didn't mention earlier, but I want you guys to keep your heels up for this drill, all right? There's gonna be some times during the fight that myself, I put the heels down, right? Whether it's I have to be a little bit more defensive or I'm trying to just play with the tempo, right? But for this one, I wanna keep the heels up. Again, I'm still activating my body. So I stay nice and light, right? And I'm just gonna stay in this left stance, right? I take my slide, right? Relax a little bit, motion, take the slide, all right? And another thing I would like to emphasize is when we go for that slide forward or the slide back, whatever it is, I like to make a difference between the slide and my flow. So if my flow is like this, right? I'm just standing like this, right? And then I slide, it's a change in tempo. But if I'm bouncing like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he's gonna be looking at me and he could read, oh, this person's tempo is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So even if I slide 1, 2, 3, 4, it's not gonna make a big difference. But if I'm a little bit more nonchalant and then I slide forward, that's going to be the moment where I'm able to get him on his back foot, get him to flinch and not be ready, all right? So it starts from the basics over here, all right? So stay nice and loose, fluid, a little bit more nonchalant, light, and then explosive step forward, okay? Let's go. And then sometimes, instead of bouncing, sometimes just let it light, just light. Boom, slide. Yeah, and kind of move a bit. Sometimes you can keep bouncing, but then sometimes also mix it up a little bit and then kind of change it up. All right, everyone, this time we're gonna go into our slides backs, right? And again, I know everyone has experience here, but I feel like really creating a very strong base, a strong foundation, whether it's Taekwondo or you're in school or whatever it may be, if you're doing a new skill, always having that strong base is what's gonna take you, whether the rules change or your height changes or your weight class changes, if you have that strong foundation, it's going to take you, all right? Another good habit that I like to enforce when we're doing our footwork is, it could be if someone just tells me, oh, slide back, right? And I'm not thinking, then I just go 1, 2, 3, slide back, 1, 2, 3, slide back, right? And I'm just thinking about it physically, but I could also turn this warm up or exercise into a mental game. I'm thinking in my head, right? How am I going to slide back? At what angle am I gonna put my body when that front leg comes out? So I'm thinking in my head, in a little bit, we're gonna gear up and actually use the front leg. But right now I'm thinking in my head, okay, right? He has his stance back, he's inching in. Oh, front leg came out, boom, I'm ready, okay? Again, he's inching in. Looks like he's gonna lift his front leg. Ooh, okay. He wasn't ready after that. This time he lifted his front leg. Boom. And now I'm ready to explode. Okay. So I'm kind of playing scenarios in my head. All right. So like I said, you go play with it. Sometimes body forward, right? I stay here. Sometimes, right? I'm a little bit more defensive. Okay. So I want you guys to create that scenario in your head. Okay. We're gonna go for one lap back and forth. Ready? Go. So your body's here the whole time, right? Sometimes forward, back. Because in a little bit, I'll explain, but we could be in the same distance. If my body's here, it seems closer. If my body's here, it seems longer, right? Other stance, whichever stance you didn't do, we're gonna do the same slide back drill on this way. Okay, everyone? Same thing, let's go. Match it to my kick.
Steal that kick.
Exactly. All right, everyone. This time, I'm going to do a little bit of, it's like a half step, okay? I'm gonna come from a little bit more of a standing stance. When I'm in my standing stance, this is a lot easier to use my front leg techniques, all right? If my body is like this, it's harder to use my front leg techniques. I would say this is more like a footwork stance if I wanna be mobile, moving around, right? But if I'm standing a little bit taller like this, it's a little bit easier to lift my front leg because I have this base ready, okay? So I'm gonna be starting off in this base stance, right? I'm gonna take half step back like this. I didn't slide back, I'm gonna take half step back and then 2 slides forward, all right? So again, I'm inching forward, 1, 2. Inching forward, half step back, 1, 2. This works very well, right? Can I have you stand over here? If I'm sort of towards the corner, right? And I see that he's bringing his front leg, just lift your front leg. I take the half step back so he comes in. And as he comes in, I'm shutting it down, all right? But the thing is, if I just come right here, right? And he lifts it and I just come in, maybe I'm gonna run into something, okay? So I'm showing him the look, or I'm deceiving him that I'm taking a slide back, I'm moving backwards, and then I'm closing it down shortly, right? It doesn't have to be a shutdown. It could also be lift your leg once and then pull out. So slide out. Just lift it in place and then slide out. So I'm, one more time, kick it out in place and then slide out. So I'm evading and then I'm eating the distance right away, okay? So like I said earlier, thank you. Like I said earlier, I always want to be mobile. I always want to be ready to take a cut, all right? So just because I'm sliding backwards doesn't mean that I have to bounce in place and then move forwards. I'm gonna take the half step back and then come forward, all right? And then like I said earlier, again, I wanna be imagining in my head what situation I'm gonna be using this in, okay? We're gonna do this drill going down. We have one more footwork drill and then we're gonna do a little bit of our pool noodle tactics, okay? All right, everyone, let's try. If you have any questions, raise your hand, I'll come around. So try to start off with the shorter stance. So then from here, then you're just widening up. 1, 2. So from here, right? Instead of taking the full slide back, you're in this short stance, right? Make the stance short. Drop. 1, 2. All right, everyone, same thing on the other side. Again, from here, I'm starting off in a short stance, okay? I'm starting off in a short stance. I'm taking the step back, and then I'm sliding forward. Coach Alex? So I'll have you on this side. So if Coach Alex sees me, right? If you lift your leg, right? And I'm looking like I'm leaning back, then you're gonna kick short or long. Long, right? But the thing is, if you lift your leg and I act like I'm coming in, you're gonna kick short, right? So short, right? And then long, right? But the thing is if like I said earlier, if I just slide in right away when he lifts his leg, boom, he's gonna catch me. So the reason that I take that step back from a shorter stance is to make it look like I'm farther than I am. So from here, right, just lift it slowly. If he thinks that I'm back here, he's gonna come in long. That's when I can shut it down, okay? But the thing is, if I take the full step out, lift it slowly. If I take the full step out and then I come in, then he can make the read and then he can hit me like this, okay? So I need to be able to make it look like I'm farther than I am, but then still be close. So that's why earlier when I was talking about stay fluid with your movement, right? Even though I'm in the same place, right? Where my body is, I can manipulate where he thinks that I am. So right now, it looks like I'm short. It looks like I'm far, but I'm actually short. Right here, it looks like I'm close, but I'm actually long, right? So I could catch something, okay? So again, I'm starting off in the short stance. I'm dropping a little bit backwards, and then I'm sliding 2 forward. Okay, everyone? Let's go. So from here, one more time, move the back foot. 1, 2, 3. Try to explode a little bit harder once you take 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, other way. One step back, and then 2 slides forward. Dang, dang. 1, 2. Let me see. Shorter stance. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, everyone. Next drill we're going to do is we're going to face towards the outside. So from here, right? Same thing. I'm going to start off in the short stance. Whenever I'm playing with where my body is, right? If I start off in the short stance, then I'm able to stay in the same actual distance of the person, but I'm able to manipulate the distance a little bit easier, okay? That's why I like to start off in the short stance. I start here, I'm taking half step forward. So I'm not sliding forward, I'm taking half step forward. I'm trying to get the reaction to come out, and I'm taking 2 slides back, all right? So again, if I work with Coach Alex, right? If I take the full slide forward, he's gonna catch me with something like this, or with a cut, right? So I get him to lift the leg because he thinks that I'm coming into his distance with the half step. Then as he's kicking, I'm sliding back, okay? Half step, boom, okay? When I step in, you could just kick right away. Like this, if he pumps it at me, I can come. I'm just trying to play with my distance. I'm trying to get him feeling uncomfortable with his weapon. If he's a cut leg fighter and his best weapon is his cut, but then every time he thinks that I'm coming in to create that distance for him, I'm pulling out, I'm playing with the distance. This is gonna take away his confidence in that front leg, and that's exactly what I wanna do. Even if he has an A+ cut game, if I could get him to lose his confidence and break his mental during the match, then that A+, maybe it turns into a C-, all right? So again, I'm testing distance, testing, and then I'm playing here, right? Again, I'm acting like I'm coming in, and then I'm pulling out, all right? But it's very important that when I touch, I'm not coming down very flat-footed. I'm just tapping, half step in, and then I'm ready to pull out, okay? So again, I'm taking half step in, 2 slides out, getting ready, short stance. Half step in, 2 slides out. Half step in, 2 slides out. Okay, everyone? Last footwork drill for today. Let's go. It has to be a little bit faster. Exactly. Exactly. For this drill, I'm going to be working on my first chamber for my cut kick, but it could also be adapted into an Apbal or whatever kick that I want to throw. So, like I talked about earlier, we want to work on our hip flexors so that when we bring up our kick, our chamber is nice and tight and it's high. Why do I want that to be nice and tight and high? If I'm sparring Juan over here, right? And I throw the kick and there's no chamber to it, come into me when I kick. My kick is gonna get stuffed. If there's no chamber to it, my kick is gonna get stuffed. But if I have a tight chamber, even if he comes in and I wasn't ready for him to come in, he's gonna walk into it. Even if he comes in, I wasn't ready, he's gonna walk into it, okay? So I need to make sure that I have the tight chamber because I not only can I catch him on the way in, but if he moves out, when I kick it, you move out. If he moves out, it's okay because I still have it ready to come forward and extend. I still have it ready to come forward and extend like this, okay? So we're gonna work on that tight chamber, that high chamber. He's going to have the paddle out just like this. I want it at least at my waist height. And what my job is to get my foot over. So my knee is not like this. My foot should be coming up. I wanna clear the target and then drop slowly. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna clear the target and then drop slowly. In order to do this, my body weight cannot be forward and my stance cannot be wide. I gotta have a short stance that's geared towards that front leg, and my body weight has to be back and loaded so I can explode and come over the target. All right, everyone? So we're gonna go for 7 reps on one side, 7 reps on the other. Make sure your foot clears it first. All right, everyone? Let's go. Ready, go. Good, and then try and control it. So get it over, control, and drop. Yes, good, and then try and land it over this side. Like a hurdle, nice. So I see you could get it up high fast, but I don't want it to be like 1, 2. I want you to be able to control it here and then drop, okay? Yes, good. Okay, everyone, So our next correction drill or our mechanic drill is going to be for the front leg roundhouse kick. For me, right, I started off with the old school background, so I like to use my back legs more. But in the modern day game, in the newer game, you have to be able to use your front leg more. Even if you have a good back leg, that can only be up to a certain amount of your game, because most of the fighters are going to be fighting you with that front leg 80% of the time. So you gotta have not only your defense with your front leg, but also your offense with your front leg that is sharp, and you know how to hit it. You know the angle that you need to put it at. So for the headshots, right? A lot of the time, if you hold it like this, let's say this is my foot, right? I see a lot of fighters, they kick the headshot, and the angle of the kick is very important. The line of my kick is going to decide, am I going to hit it or not? If it's a wide swing, that's not going to hit. If it's just going out straight, that's not going to hit. It has to be for that front leg Apbal. It has to be like I'm following the curve of his shoulder and following him on the way down. So again, I see a lot of the kicks, they go like this. Upwards, like this. Upwards, like this. But let's say, right, I'm not going to hit you. Let's say if I bring it upwards and he leans back. Go, lean back. He's not going to hit. He's not going to hit, right? So I need to make sure that the line of my kick, it goes straight, it comes forward, he's going to lean back, I turn it over and boom, like that, okay? So when I'm kicking, right now, I'm going to be going, the holder, this is very important. We have to make sure that the angle of the paddle is not traditional like this, and I'm not kicking at a 45 degree angle upwards. I'm bringing it 45 degrees downwards, okay? So from here, I'm going to work on getting my knee nice and tight. I want to get my knee nice and tight, and it's like I'm scraping my knee with his body. I'm going to bring it up, and then once I get here, I'm going to flip all the way forward. My hips should extend through. If you look at this bottom leg, right? I don't want to collapse where I'm going like this, not like this. I want to extend all the way through, extend all the way through. So when I land, my hips are all the way up against him like this, okay? Afterwards, what? Hold it. If I go like this, bam. Then during the competition, when I kick, if I go like this, bam, I can get hit. So I need to make sure after I kick, one of two options. Either I go one and then I pull back, or I go one and then I come in. Okay? One of the two. Okay, I like it. Good, okay? Let me see. Instead of 1, 2, I want bam, like that. Yes, good. Okay? Make sure after, right? Not 1, 2. I want 1 and then eyes still forward. So I can move out or I could move in. Right now it's like this, right? I want it coming forward and then downwards, okay? Good, okay? Eyes after, go. Good, okay? 1 and 2 is good, right? Let me see just 1. Yes. Get your knee up nice and tight, fast. If you bring it slow and he comes in, he'll come in, he's gonna get caught here. You gotta bring it fast up so you can still catch him. Yes. Okay? And then let's say he doesn't move in, he moves out, and bring your knee up and then pause. Ready, go. Boom. Yes, so like even if, okay, watch, right? If he comes in, I bring my knee up high and I bring it, right? If he moves out, then I can 1 and then I can go again more. But if you bring your knee up tight first, then you can do anything, short, long, anything you want. We're gonna be working on the front leg Apbal to the face again, but then this time, right, we're gonna get a little bit deeper into the intricacies, okay? So just because I know how to kick the regular kick does not mean that I can apply it or I can adjust it to the situation. I need to know how to adjust it as well. So we're gonna work on 1 out of the 3 situations, or we already covered 1, so that's when they're standing still. This time we're gonna cover when they're coming into me. Because it's a lot harder to hit someone that's coming into me than if they're moving back. Because if they move back, right? If they move back, then all I gotta do is put my foot on the floor and then I can move into the next kick. Or I could keep it in the air, right? And then I can move it into the next kick. But if he's coming into me and he has good timing and he has good eye for shutting down the distance and I bring it up and my chamber wasn't tight, go, come into me tight, right? I'm gonna get stuffed, and then if I get stuffed and my leg was in the air, come in again. My momentum is getting pushed back, and if my momentum is pushed back, then he can score a shot like this. Boom, boom, right? So I gotta make sure, that's why, that I keep my initial chamber very high. Initial chamber, the first chamber, okay, everyone? So the first chamber that I bring up is nice and tight So that he's not gonna be coming in. I'm going to lift my leg, and as I'm lifting my leg, he's going to react to me by coming in. Go. Boom, okay? Ready? Wait for me, and then you come in. And then you come in. Like this, okay? So it's very important. This is a very small, minute detail. For this one, he's not coming into me first, and I'm not come into me. I'm not reacting like this. I'm thinking to myself, I want to hit him, and then as I'm going to hit him, he's trying to shut down that distance. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different, right? I'm thinking about offense, but he came in. I wasn't expecting him. But even if I'm not expecting him, I have the tight chamber. It's still going to hit. Wait for me. Like this, okay? Now this time, right, I'm going to show you an example. This time you could stay there, you can come in, or you can move out, okay? When I kick. Okay, so do you see how if I have the tight chamber, it doesn't matter. I don't know if he's going to come in or out, but if I have the tight chamber, I can still hit him wherever he manipulates the distance. So for this time again, we're going to go for our basic reps are 7 and 7. We're going to switch 7 and 7. If we're still working on the drill, then you work on the reps with your partner. But the partner is reacting to you kicking, and when you're kicking, they're going to slide in and shorten that distance. Okay, everyone? Does anyone have any questions about this drill? Okay, all right, everyone, let's get to work. Now it's like, you know he wants to kick short, right? So it's kind of like this, right? No, I want to make it harder for him. Here you go. No, kick. Kick. Like this, okay? Right?
I can't.
Yes, good. Okay, good. So if he makes a mistake, that's good. That means that we're working on what he needs to be improving. So then for you, when you go to kick the drill, right, it means that it's like you kind of tell yourself like, oh, I need to bring it up faster, right? Okay. So right now, right, you're moving into him, right? But since you know he's gonna kick short, it's kind of like you give him that space. When he kicks, right, you want to make it hard, like this. He should be falling down or he should be getting caught. Go. Yes, good. He has to make sure that if he doesn't bring his knee up sharp, it's not gonna hit. Like this, okay? Okay, good work. Closer to her. So as she kicks, go. Oh, you kick first. So watch, for here, right? You're gonna think of it being here, but when you kick, I'm gonna come in. There you go. Yes, okay? So you wanna make sure that even if they come in short with you, you have the high chamber and you're flicking it over, okay? Can I see your kicks as well? So if you take that hop, it takes more space. So instead of taking the hop, just bring it up. So that bottom foot is sliding before you kick. Try to just shorten the stance. So then that way you don't need to move it. You could just go from here and then bottom. Yes, good. Yes. Yes, nice. All right, everyone, so this time we're going to be working on our front leg axe kick. We could do it either in the closed stance or the open stance. So the closed stance when both of our right legs are back, or the open stance when it's a right leg and left leg back situation. So right now it's in the closed stance, right? And he's not going to be moving. This is just going to be working on my form. But basically what I'm going to be trying to do is draw a rainbow over his shoulder, okay? So if this is my foot, right, I'm drawing a rainbow. I start over here, I pass the shoulder, and then I come over here and I'm trying to, boom, push it forward, okay? If my rainbow is too wide, if it goes like this, then he's going to lift his arm to block. He's going to lift his arm to block like this, and I'm not going to be able to touch it. So it needs to come up nice and tight. My knee has to be tight into my chest. Once my knee is tight into my chest, right, I clear his shoulder, and and then I'm gonna be pushing through. So it shouldn't be like this. It should be a little bit like this, and then just watch your head as I kick. So from here, right? Boom, forward. Are you okay?
Yeah.
From here, boom, forward, okay? When I do this, right? If you are flexible, if you could bring that leg up and use your hip strength to get there, then you don't need the skip. But if you're a little bit less flexible, if you're a little bit more explosive, you can use the skip. I want you to find out which one is more fitting with your body type, with your style. For me, I like to use the skip. I like to be a little bit more explosive. So I'm here, right? I can move, right? I test it. And he's not going to be manipulating distance, so I just have to aim for that target. So from here, right? I bring the knee up tight. I follow the shoulder. I trace it, create the rainbow like this. After I land, same thing. Either I shut it down, or I can move out, move sideways, or I can follow it up. Okay, everyone? All right, same thing, 7, 7, and then we're gonna switch. Let's go. You could put your hand on me if you need for balance, okay? So from here, right? If he comes in, go come in, tight, tight. It needs to be tight so that you can still, bam. Okay, over like this, okay? Yes. After the axe kick, right, you're looking for extra shots, right? So if you see him like this, right, you go for the axe kick and his body was back, right? Then boom, you work on just throwing that extra shot, right? And all of these drills, right, if you want to work on the extra shot, then okay, I'm setting it up. Boom, bam, bam. He's not ready. Okay, maybe I turn him, spin him, and then I'm still here. You saw how after he kicked like that, right? He goes 1 and then he's lazy stepping back, right? So if he's lazy stepping back, then bam. Make sure you test his guard. Yes. Nice, good. So the explosive part of the kick is good now. Now I want you to work on setting it up. So I want you to be nice and relax. Bam! You set it up and then relax. Okay, move, get one fake, maybe touch the body with the cut. Yes, boom, yes, okay. So we're working on those setups, okay? Whoa! Bring your knee up. Bring it nice and tight, and then boom through, okay? Yes. If you're in the air, you can't do anything. So the more time that in the air, he could keep hitting me like this, right? So I want to make my stance a little bit lower. If I'm bouncing, okay, maybe I bounce out here, but if I get short, then I'm a little bit more cautious. Right? And then after I throw the kick, I don't want to bounce out and then give him more shots. After I throw the kick, I want to have a short compressed stance so then I could react. I see it, dunk, right? He brings me up something, and then I could score it, okay? And then see on the exit, right? It's like 1, 2, and then down, right? If you're on the exit, be ready. And then I'm ready. And then, okay. Okay, and then I get out, okay? All right, everyone, so we covered this last time, but I want to go over it one more time with the sliding cut. So when I'm holding for this, I could, if I'm not as experienced, I could just hold it like this on my stomach, or I could bring it like this and like a cross. So I hold it like this, and then I have this, and I'm basically bringing it like this, okay? So can you hold like that for me? Perfect. You're gonna be in closed stance, and you're gonna kind of give me that back side, okay? So I'm aiming to hit this inverted cut. What inverted means that I'm pointing my knee downwards, okay? So this is going to be that new school technique where we're trying to score on the PSS system. And yes, it looks very smooth, right? And then maybe sometimes I can score it without it touching hard. But the thing is, since I'm putting my foot where their guard isn't, this is still a very impactful kick. So it doesn't have to just be used for scoring. It could be used to manipulate the pace of the match or who is in control of the match. If I could always find this opening spot in his guard and place my heel in it and dig that in hard, then it's still going to help me even if I'm not scoring, all right? So what I'm working on to do, just for technique-wise, before we work on setting it up, is I'm going to come into a half back kick position. So if you think, if I was in the other stance and I turned, I spun, and I came into here, this is the same position that I'm loading up into when I do the inverted cut. Then from here, right, I'm skipping into it 1, I'm skipping into it 2, and then on the third, I'm pushing all the way through, and then I'm landing like this. I want to land nice and close. I do not want to land far with this because after I kick and I land far, it gives him the space to bring up his kick. So I want to land nice and tight into him with my body, boom, and then I'm here. I'm shutting it down. Okay, everyone? Okay, so one more time. Everyone try in your spot. Step 1, we're going to skip into this one. If I don't skip and I bring it up in place, then I don't have enough explosiveness from this back leg to get all the way in. If I just bring up this front leg, I'm going to land somewhere over here, and again, he could bring up that head to the kick to the shoulder, the kick to the body. I want to use this back leg to skip into it, and I want to have it inverted, so my heel is facing the sky. After I have this, I'm using this bottom foot to push, extend through the hip, and I'm sliding all the way through like this. Okay, everyone? Before you kick, there's a little bit of a back leg movement, and you're loading, and then you kick. So you kind of go like this, right? That little movement is the difference. Can you score it and put the foot in the opening spot, or is their hand already gonna be there, okay? So I gotta be able to go from here, right? And then I see it, boom, and I explode through, okay? I hear there's no extra movement, right? Even if I change the angle of the kick, boom, I bring it up. I bring it to the bottom. I use the motion, use my back leg, right? Fake, act. I see it, down, okay? So no telegraphing. Better, nice. So try to dig that heel into him. And then one thing you could do, right, is from here, you can use your right arm. If you feel like you're opening up too much, you can use your right arm to pull back. But just make sure that you're not landing out far like this. You're sliding all the way through. So instead of a tap like this, tap and then here, because if I tap, I drop, then he can bring up his Apbal. I want to slide all the way through and then land in close, okay? So right now, right, it's good, but it's like an Apbal. I want it more explosion. Skip through so I can go all the way through like this. Okay? Yes, good. And then make it so that it doesn't hit so hard that it pops off. It just kind of barely scrapes forward like this. Better. But before you kick, right, you're like this. So if you're like this, then he knows either it's like this or it's gonna be like this. I want it to be, my stance is the same for everything. Not for everything, but I can change my stance to how I like it. So it means that if I want to kick this and I'm like this, he's gonna be able to tell something's up, right? So I want to keep it same. If I kick my back leg, bam, I bring it like this, right? Front leg down, right? I'm not really changing my stance. Maybe I could use a fake, right? And then it's still natural. And from this stance, I'm getting that kick out, right? Whereas if I'm like this, I'm gonna go tang, and I go tang, and then out of nowhere, I'm like, then it's like, oh, I can see it, right? Okay. Try and make it so it's just one smooth motion from here all the way through, okay? Yes, good, okay? And then you can start using your, you can start using your right arm as well after you're finished to shut it down so you can kind of like lock it down. Yes, okay? Because right after, that's when you're gonna be vulnerable, especially with your back turned. But what you can do to make it safer is get as close as possible and then use your arm, okay? Okay, everyone, so we're going to be working on our underkick, okay? Everyone, let's group in a little bit closer. So when I go for the underkick, I'm looking for the back pocket. And by back pocket, I'm talking about this back side that's wrapping around. So for both the deado and the KPMP, what scores the best on it? Not instead of this front area, it's these side areas that score the best. So that means that if I'm going under, I can't hit his chest. One second, take it off. Take it off. If I hit his chest, then maybe I only have a little bit of a chance to score. But if I can wrap my leg around the back side and hit his backside over here, I have a much higher chance to score. Along with that, especially if it's deado, right? I don't want to be hitting with the instep of my foot. So I don't want to be hitting just over here with the toes and instep. I want to look to aim with almost this lower part of my shin. And the reason for that is because with the deado system, if I can create a dent, so if I can create an imprint in the hogu with something hard, then it's much easier to score. So that's why with the inverted cut, we were looking to dig the heel into the chest guard to create that dent. Same thing when I'm going for my inside kicks or my under kicks. I want to look to dig this shin, this bony part, into his ribs so then I can create that dent and score it much easier. So what I'm going to be doing right here is he's going to be holding my mitt over here, right? I'm going to give him one motion. By motion, I mean fake. Okay, so motion and fake is the same thing. I'm going to give him one fake, right? After I give him the fake, he's going to lift his leg, but not offensively. If he brings it offensively, like this, and he moves his bottom foot, I'm never going to be going under that. Does anyone know why? Why should I not go under an offensive kick? He's going to push me back. Everyone, look at him, right? If he goes offensive with his cut kick, all of this momentum is... I'm sorry. All of this momentum is coming towards me, right? So the second that I lift one of the feet off the ground and he's kicking at me, then I'm going to get pushed to the ground. So I got to know, especially if I'm going to go under and the match is on the line, right? I have to get 2 points. Let's say I'm down by 2 points, 10 seconds left. Everyone has been in this situation before. I have to make sure if I give him the fake and he comes off offensively like this, he's coming at me, then I know when to cancel, right? Right? Maybe he comes offensively and I cancel it, right? But maybe the last time, if I'm able to give him a fake and he lifts it in place like this without coming forward, that's when I want to make the decision to hit that under. Okay, everyone? Get him to lift his leg. If he brings it up first, then I know he's being offensive, right? He thinks in his head, okay, he wanna cut. So if he wanna cut, and I say, oh, then I'm gonna fall. I want to make him cut. I want to make him lift his leg. So I gotta make him lift it like this, right? If he comes out offensively, then okay, whatever. If he comes out offensively, then I cancel it, right? But I want to make it so like he thinks and then I kick it, okay? I want you to manipulate her so she lifts it when you want. So she lifts it when I want. And then from here, instead of my arm being like this and I'm hitting it, I need to be making sure like a windshield wiper. I'm getting it out of the way and I'm kicking, sorry. I'm getting it out of the way and I'm kicking, okay? Yes, good. All the way out the way. Yes, good. A little bit deeper. I want you to aim for over here. Try to push your hip in deeper. Go. Good, okay. Yes, good. So when you lift your leg, right? If it's here and your arm is like this, then if I'm not careful, then he can boom like this, right? So you gotta make sure that this is all the way out the way. This is one of the techniques that's very controversial because in the new school game, like I said, it's most of the kicks is what? Front leg or back leg? Front leg. So with a lot of coaches or a lot of athletes as well, if you throw the back leg, it's almost like it's a taboo thing right now. It's almost like, oh, this is not, this is not back in the days, this is not old school or this or that, right? But I feel like if you are able to use it in the correct situations and you have the good timing for it, then there's no reason why you shouldn't be doing it at least a little bit here and there, okay? So if for me especially, if I am comfortable with that, if I have a better back leg base, then I don't want to just throw that away from my game. I want to find the right moments and the right decisions or times that I can make those decisions, and I want to be able to apply it. So one thing with the back leg, the reason that it gets hit so much, right, is that I'm not setting it up correctly. So I need to be able, when I throw it, can you hold open stance? So I need to be able to throw it so that I'm not taking an extra step before I kick. The second that I take this extra step, let's say he's trying to cut me. If I take this extra step, I'm running into a cut. That's why a lot of people, when they try to throw the back leg, they try to throw it and I get pushed back, or get that front leg up, and I get caught, okay? So I gotta make sure, number one, I'm not taking an extra step before I kick, I'm throwing it straight from my place. Number two, I have to travel with it. Does that make sense? Everyone say travel. So when I kick, right, look at my bottom foot. I want you to focus on this bottom foot. I'm not kicking and then landing like this. I'm not kicking and then landing here. This bottom foot, my heel is up, right? And it's like a sprinter's position. I explode through, and after I explode through, it slides. So my foot has to slide with me. So I'm here, right? And I see it. And do you see my bottom foot? One more time. My bottom foot, I'm sliding with it. So then that way, right? Let's say he moves back. I'm still ready for my other techniques. If my stance is wide afterwards and he moves back and now bring the Apbal up, I can't move. My feet are too wide. So this bottom foot has to slide to cover distance to put me in a good position. And also if he stays there, I can shut it down into the clinch. So if it's here and my bottom foot slides, right? I see it, I can shut it down. Or I could see it and my bottom foot slides so I can use the momentum, boom, to bring it up to the face. Okay, everyone? Now, work on using the front leg to set it up first, okay? So you're gonna cut at him, use your front leg, set it up. But that's a little bit too far for my liking. So from here, right? It's like, it's like, this gives him too much space. It needs to be, and then I'm down. You see how it's kind of like, like this, okay? Right now, it's all the way back here. I don't want that. I want it short with you. So you're gonna get here, you get into full extension and then dragging it. Extension, dragging it. Extension, dragging it. So then that way, I can kick multiple kicks. If I make it wide, then I can't kick my next kick, right? If I make it extend and come short, then I can go pang, tang, tick, tang. If my feet are nice and close in, then I can kick next one, right? But if they're far, palm, 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 right? If it's short, then I can go palm, he throws it again, palm, he throws it again, palm, he throws it again, okay? Right now, right? Before you kick, it's not bad, but I want you to take out the turn. And then number two is after you kick, it's just like one pivot. I want it to be as you're kicking, you're pivoting, so it takes out that telegraph. And then from here, you get to 45 degrees and that's enough. 45 degrees through the motion is enough. You can stop pivoting after that. And then from here, you get to full extension. And then from there, you think about bringing your foot here. So I get to full extension and then I'm bringing my foot there. Better, yes. But after you land, right? If it's here, if it's still not totally shut down, it gives them room to kick you. So I need it to be bam, and then I'm here, okay? Yes. He's shorter than me, but let's say that he's taller than me. So this reflects his leg length. And then I'm the shorter fighter. This reflects my leg length, okay? So me as the shorter fighter, right? If he throws his kick, throw the kick, right? And I back up. He gets more ring space. And then again, right? I'm in his range. So throw your kicks. Throw like 3 different kicks. 1, 2, 3. I'm always staying at the tip of his foot. Keep throwing it. I'm always staying at the tip of his foot where he can score at me. But can I ever, if I throw my shots like this, keep going. If I throw my shots, but while I'm backing up like this, can I ever reach him? No, right? So how am I going to reach him? Getting into the clinch, right? But what is the problem with getting into the clinch with the taller fighters? I'm going to bring that right there. Keep it straight, right? It's hard because if I try to get into my distance, I'm going to run into something. So many taller fighters, right? All they do, right? Let me wait all day, cut. Let me wait all day, cut, right? If I just run into this, if I just try to get into the clinch like this, right? And I say, oh, let me get into the clinch. I need to score my points in the clinch, right? I'm going to run into the cut. I'm going to run into the Apbal. I'm going to run into the axe kick, right? So that means that, okay, now I understand. If I back up, all I'm doing is giving him more ring space and I'm never getting into my distance. But I have to get to the inside, but I can't get caught with that front leg. So I have to find a way to get into the inside safely without getting touched by that front leg. And then from here, this is where I gotta throw my shots, okay? So the hardest thing when fighting these taller fighters is getting into the inside without getting scored on. If you guys can get past that, all of the hard work is done. All that's left is to throw as many shots as possible. Earlier we were talking about that analogy where I was talking about the dice, right? How many sides are there in a die? There's 6 sides, 1 through 6, right? But what if I tell you, you have to hit the number 6, or you have to hit the number 1, the lucky 1, right? And I tell you, you have 1 chance. Are you gonna feel good about that? If I tell you, you have 1 chance to hit the 1, or you gotta run 1,000 laps outside, are you gonna feel good about that? No, right? But what if I tell you, you have 100 chances to hit a 1, and as long as you hit it 1 time, you don't have to run 1,000 laps? It feels much better, right? You say, oh, 100 chances, I'm bound to hit one of them. Same thing. If I can get to the inside safely without getting scored on, and now I'm here, this is my dice rolling. If I could throw 5, 6, 7, 8 shots on the inside, maybe I only score 1 of them, 2 of them. But still, I'm bound to hit 1 if I'm able to get to the inside and give myself that many opportunities. Meanwhile, right, if I do all of this work outside, he's throwing the shot, I cancel it, right? I get to the inside, I move it out the way, right? I use my footwork, right? I use my footwork, I'm moving around, I get into the inside safely, and then I shut it down. Then it's like, oh wow, I did all of this work, but I'm not giving myself any dice rolls. I need to be giving myself as many dice rolls as possible. Does that make sense? All right? Now, when I'm the taller fighter, this is going to be a little bit of different psychology. So, if I'm the taller fighter, right? Okay, you can put that down now. Okay, so I know that if I, from my experience fighting, right? I know that I have a certain range. Even if I don't have an actual line in front of me, I know that I could reach just about, right, in my head, I could reach just about here without overextending. So that means that if I know that, walk forward until you touch my foot. Okay, if I know that my range is here, then that means in my head, the imaginary line is there. And then every time the shorter fighter tries to step into my distance, I have to have a response to that. If he's constantly getting into this distance, which is great for him, right? Then that's going to be very disadvantageous for me. It's gonna make me be on my back leg. It's gonna make me have to pull back in order to get into my range. So that means to prevent him from even getting into his range, every time he tries to step in, I gotta have something to meet him. Every time he tries to have something, every time he tries to step in, I gotta have something to meet him, right? He tries to step in, I gotta have something to meet him. And then if he does make it to the inside, then I have my short techniques as well, even though I'm tall, okay? Does that make sense, you guys? All right, do we have any questions about the footwork or the fakes or the distance management or the ring management? No. Okay, so we have an hour left. I want to apply those to your actual sparring. So everyone put on your gear. We're going to be using regular chest guards for this session, and then tomorrow we're gonna be working more on scoring, okay, everyone? If you imagine right now, there's an imaginary bubble around me like this, and it's like my invisible shield. Anything that touches, let's say like 1 meter radius around me, it bounces off. So if he throws, you could put the pool noodle away. If he throws his front leg at me, right? My cancel, it bounces off. If he tries to hit my head, right? I have my hand defense, right? If he tries to throw the back leg, right? I have my cover. If he tries to throw any kick, right? I have perfect defense like this, okay? So anything that comes around this bubble, it's bouncing off. So in order to do that, right, we're gonna be using our defense in just a bit. But once you understand the bubble, then you can understand that me as the shorter fighter, if I could push this imaginary bubble that has unbreakable defense towards this fighter, towards the edge of the ring, without me having to throw a kick. During the fight, you're going to throw a kick. But if you're able to do this without throwing a kick, then it makes the fight game so much easier. Because me as the shorter fighter, right, if I'm letting him break my bubble every time, and he, broke my bubble. Now I'm moving around the ring. Now I'm getting into the corner. Boom. And now he can set up something short. And then maybe he hits me with a body shot or a head shot. So I want to be able to create this imaginary bubble and push this towards him, towards the edge of the ring. And then once I have him here, then I could set up my own shots. Now it has to be a short game. Now it has to be in the distance that's going to be advantageous to me. All right. So right now what we're doing is with the pool noodle, everyone knows how to cancel, correct? Yes? Okay. So what I'm gonna start off on this side. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna start off in a little bit of a farther distance, maybe about a box and a half. Depends how short or tall you are. but I'm gonna be keeping my body back, and I'm gonna take 2 slides forward. The 2 slides is me pushing that bubble. So right now the bubble is around here. I'm pushing this bubble towards him. If I get into his distance, what is he gonna do? He's gonna bring out an attack, and 9 times out of 10, that's gonna be that front leg, okay? So I'm gonna push into that bubble. He's gonna shoot out straight like a cut, and I'm going to lift my front leg. So I'm gonna take 2 slides forward, and then have this here. Again, just like this. My goal is this noodle, it never touches my body. If I go 1, 2, touching my body, and then I lift it, that defeats the purpose. With the Dedo or the KPMP, the electronic scoring systems, I don't know, is this chest guard very sensitive today? I don't know, have they used this chest guard a lot or a little bit? Sometimes ghost points, you can't control that, right? But what I can control is making sure that this foot gets nowhere near my body so I don't have to leave it up to the system. Okay, everyone? We're gonna go for 10 reps with your left leg, switch feet, 10 reps with your right leg, and then you're gonna switch partners. All right, and everyone go. So see how this is touching your arm first? You don't want it to touch your arm first, you want it to touch your shin first. So as I come, like this. But in order to do this, my body has to be, what is that?
I didn't say.
Oh, my bad. In order to do this, my body has to be back and my stance has to be short. If I'm too forward, then it's gonna touch here and then here, okay? So I gotta keep my body back a little bit more, stance short, right? I go 1, 2, I see it come up, and then I'm here. 1, 2, and then I'm here, okay? So right now, the stance is a little bit wide, so it's kind of like this. Keep the stance shorter. Weight all on the back leg, then you could just lift like this. So try to shorten that stance just a little bit, and then start the pull noodle from here, and then give it out to him. So from here, just try slowly. 1, lift, boom, like this. Earlier it was a little bit like this. If you shuffle and they throw it at you, then it might hit. Body a little bit more back. A little bit more back. Just 1, 2. Sometimes it's just gonna be 1 slide worth. Sometimes it's gonna be 3 slides worth. But what determines that is him throwing it at me. So if he throws it early at me, I gotta be ready to throw it up. If he throws it late at me, right? I could take a little bit more and then I could throw it up. But you have to be ready at any time. Okay? So you see how it touches here first and then you're lifting? You want it to be so that as it's coming out at me, my shin is touching first. Because the fact that it touches here means that it could have scored, and then if you lift the leg, then it could go over to the face, okay? So slide forward first. Throw this at him when he slides into your distance, okay? So keep it a little bit farther back, and then push it forward like a pull, okay? 2 times first. Yes. But if you're leaning too forward, it might run into your body, right? So body back, 1, 2, 3, okay?
You're going under the kick, a little bit.
But for this one, just work on your shin. So you're stepping into the distance, and then shin first. Shin first. Shin first. That way I know, like I talked about that imaginary bubble, right? If someone's throwing a kick at you and they feel like their foot can't even get close to your body, then that's what really takes away, kind of takes away their confidence with that kick. Try to get shin first. 1, 2, yes. From here, right? Work on keeping your body back, short stance. You slide forward, but the stance is still short. Yes. So for here, right? Right now you're taking a shuffle step, but in the shuffle step, if you throw this at me, if I'm in the air, I have no means of defense as I'm in the air, right? So that's why I like the short cutting step. So I short cut, and then if it comes up, I can lift it. Throw it at me when I slide forward. I have this. But if I shuffle forward, throw it at me, then I could get hit in the air. So I want to keep the air time as short as possible. So I stay nice and low to the floor. So right there it was late, right? You want to get it up before it touches your body. So we got our basic understanding of the bubble earlier. Now I want to start working a few different footwork and motion combinations. As I was saying, in order to implement this bubble better. A lot of times people say that, what's the best combo? What's the best combination that's gonna score me points? Honestly, for me, there's no best combo that's gonna score you points because every fighter is going to be a different person. Every fighter is gonna be a different match with me. And then every match is different, right? So I have to feel it out during the way, but there are a few things that I can do in order to influence the fight or the distance a little bit more in my favor, okay? What the drill is going to be this time is, I'm going to be in this short stance, ready? He's gonna throw out the cut first. Once I throw out this, right, I'm gonna kick it outwards and he's gonna slide back twice, right? And then after this, I'm gonna eat the space 1, 2 right away. Once I eat the space, he's gonna throw one more time at me, okay? So again, me eating the space twice is just like the drill that we did earlier, right? So earlier I did 2 slides forward, 1, 2, and then I lifted like this. This time, he's cutting me first, I'm lifting, and then I'm lifting again. What this is replicating is if he cuts at me and I lift it and he gets pushed back, right? I'm going to eat that space. Earlier I talked about the bubble, I'm pushing it on them, right? So again, he's kept kicking me first. I pushed him back, I'm eating the space, and then again, it's hitting my bubble, okay? So I'm pushing that bubble on him. The reason that I need to keep my body back, just like earlier, is if he cuts at me, right? He gets pushed back, I slide in body first, I'm gonna get hit. So I don't wanna slide in body first, I wanna keep my body back. And another thing is, if I realize that he got pushed back, one here, I have to move in as fast as possible. Because the faster that I get, the faster that I eat that space, the faster I'm able to take dominance over the ring. If I show you right here in the small ring, right here, right? So we have half a ring right here, right? If he cuts me and I push him back, right? There's a split second that decides, okay, am I gonna create pressure or is he going to be able to come back into me? So come back into me afterwards. 1. If he comes back like this, then this cancel that pushed him back, it doesn't mean anything. I wasted the opportunity. But after he cuts me, if I eat the space right away, now I have him in the corner, right? So I have to be very aware after this cancel happens or after my cut happens, right? If he got pushed back, I gotta eat that space as fast as possible. And 9 times out of 10, if a person is off balance and they see me sliding at them, they're gonna lift the leg again, right? So again, 1, they're gonna lift, I know. So then I cancel it again. And right here, there's no offense that's being done. I'm being purely defensive. But as the kicker, he's going to feel very inconfident in him, so he's gonna feel that pressure. Because I threw the cut at him, oh no, I got pushed back. As I'm catching my balance, he's already eating the space. What do? I throw another cut at him, but it got pushed back again. So now it's like anything I throw at this guy, it's just getting flinged off by the bubble, flinged off by the bubble, flinged off by the bubble. Every time we create distance, he eats the space, and then before I know it, I'm in the corner. And then once I get them in the corner, then we're going to work on a little bit more in the technical section, okay? So again, the drill, my partner is gonna throw this bubble at me first. Throw this noodle at me first. I'm going to cancel. It's their job to get pushed back. 1, 2. I eat the space right away. 1, 2, and then another, okay? So again, 1, I eat the space, and then 2. Then I reset, okay everyone? Again, we're gonna go 10 on each side, and then switch partners. At the end, if you guys finish your reps, you guys could keep working together until we move on to the next drill, okay everyone? All right, let's go. So when you slide forward, right? If your body's forward, then it's gonna lean forward like this. You wanna slide forward with your body back, 1, 2, and then lift in place.
Do I pivot my back leg to support or just keep it?
I would pivot it.
It's up to you. I keep like slightly bent.
Wait, right now it's kind of like a kick, like you're skipping into it. You wanna cancel in place, 2 slides forwards, and then cancel in place again. In place, 2 slides forwards, and then, yes. When you slide forward, try to keep the body back, short stance, and then instead of shuffling like this, I wanna cut. Yes, better, but try to keep the body back a little bit. Good, Alex, nice. One more time, make sure you push it out of him. So push out, he's gonna cancel, get pushed back, eat the space, and then he's gonna cancel again, yes. Oh, so for this one, we're not gonna be sliding back, we're gonna slide forward, okay? So he's gonna throw it at you, 1, you cancel, you get pushed back, eat the space, and then boom, right? So again, time it again, one more time, go. 1, slide forward, 1, yes. But see how he's pushing it out at you and then the first thing to make contact is your hand? Yeah. That means, even if you blocked it, right, that still means it got close to your body. So you wanna make the first point of contact with your shin. So if he comes in, he throws it at me, I'm canceling, he gets pushed back, I eat the space, and then my shin is touching first. Okay, one more time. Like this, okay? But in order to do that, if my body is forward, it's hard to lift it up. So you want to keep your body back, short stance, and you're able to lift it higher. But right now it's kind of like a shuffle, right? So it's like this, but the thing is, oh, can I hold for a second? Cancel, and then shuffle forward. If I hit you here, then you're in the air, right? If you hit me, if I hit me, right? If I point it out at me, oh, 1 second, when I move forward. If I'm going like this, if I shuffle like this, point it at me, I'm in the air, right? So there's nothing I could do until I get my hands, my feet on the floor. So instead of that, I'm taking a low to the ground cut. So instead of it being like this, right, and then lifting, I'm staying low to the floor. I'm cutting the angle. I'm going 1, 2. So 1, right? Traditional step, right? 1, and then if you lift it, right? If you lift it, or if you throw it at me, I'm gonna lift. If you don't throw it at me, I'm still here. I'm ready until you lift it, and then I could lift. But if I shuffle in like this, then I have no line of defense. I can't move around until my feet touch the floor, okay? Try again. Don't let it touch your body like that. One more time. I'm gonna hold. One more time. Get the shin to touch this first. Shin to touch this first. Again. Shin touch it first. Again, shin touch it first. Yes, okay, now whole drill, okay? Okay, so you see how as I got pushed back, and then if I throw it at you right away, if you're not ready, then you're gonna run into something, right? So you gotta slide forward, but think about defense. So you're moving forward, but thinking about defense. Yes, okay, so being ready. Short stance, body back, weight on the back leg. Yes, again, okay? Again, stay there. Yes, exactly. Yes, nice, okay? So you see how this is kind of like pushing me back. Okay. So for this, right, you don't want it to touch your body, okay? So from here, right, if I'm here and it came into my body and then I'm lifting, even if I lift it, it's not really gonna make any help to me, right? Because if this touched my body, it already scored, or it already had the chance to score. So my job is to get my leg up before it touches me. I have to have good reaction. Good reaction is 1, good stance is 2nd. If I have good reaction but bad stance, right? It could still I could still move it, but he throw it at me fast. My body is forward like this, so it's gonna touch my body. So I have to have my body back, weight on the back leg. If he throws it, 1, he gets pushed back. I slide forward twice, but as I'm sliding forward, I have to keep in my head, this person's gonna throw their cut at me at any time. So if I slide forward with my body forward, right, it's gonna hit me. So again, get pushed back after I cancel, right? I have to be ready to lift it again. But how am I ready? I have my body back. I'm not taking big jumping steps. I'm staying low to the floor, tuck, tuck, cut, and then I'm lifting, okay? Slow it down once, slow it down. Wait for the reaction of this. Here we go. 1, 2, okay? Try not to let this touch your body at all, okay? One more time. One more time. A little bit slower so we can hit it with the shin. 1, lift with the shin. 1, 2. For this one, right, it's kind of like a jittery step right now. Instead of that, I want 2 clear steps. 1, 2, yes. But in order to do this, I gotta have my weight on my back leg, right? If my weight becomes more centered, then he throws it at me and I can't lift. So I gotta keep my weight back. It's kind of like counterintuitive, but I keep my weight back, but I'm moving forward. So I'm going 1, 2, so I can lift again. 1, weight back, 1, 2. But try and think about that footwork. 1, 1, 2, and then 2. The more dialed in my footwork is, the less loopholes there are for him to exploit, right? If my footwork is kind of, hit me, 1, he gets pushed back, right? And I'm going like this, then the more time that I'm in the air, exactly, I can't do anything if I'm in the air. I can only do something if I'm on the floor. And the lower I am, the more connected I am to the floor, the more options that I have. So again, 1, I'm staying nice and low to the floor, and then I can lift, right? Again, I'm always ready, okay? So this time, I'm going to lift just like earlier. 1, right? He's gonna get pushed back. I'm gonna take 2 slides forward, but he's not gonna throw it at me. I'm going to go 1, 2, and then from here, it's on his timing, okay? So if he throws it at me right away, I have to lift it. If he wants to wait a little bit, I have to wait until he throws it, okay? So again, 1, lifting it again. 1, lifting it again. Again. 1, eat the space, lifting it as soon as he lifts, okay? So it's more of a reaction drill for me. I want it to be very, I want it to be clear about both of our jobs. So if I'm the canceller, right? If I'm the person who's doing the drill, I have my body back, short stance, weight on my back leg. I'm ready to lift this at any time. The second that this lifts, if this gets anywhere close to my body, I could take that as a loss. I'm not saying you guys lost, but you want to think, did I succeed in the drill or did I lose in the drill, right? If it hits me like this, then I know that I need to be moving faster. How do I need to be moving faster? I need to be lifting my front leg faster so that this doesn't make contact with my body. Like I said, I don't want it to be getting anywhere close to my body. Even if it comes here and I'm blocking it with my hand first, like this, yes, in a fight, yes, if you get the good hand defense, that's okay. But right now, I want to be working on this cancel first. If the cancel is there, the hand can be secondary. But if I'm relying on the hand and it gets past the hand or it gets past my finger, then I could still get scored on, okay? So that's number 1. I want to be making sure it doesn't make contact. After he gets pushed back, my job is to eat the space as fast as humanly possible while staying ready, okay? I need to make sure that I'm ready. In order to be ready, like I said, there's 2 things. My body's back, my stance is short, and number 3, I'm going to be cutting the floor. So I don't want to be shuffling like this. If I shuffle, the split seconds that I'm in the air, I can't do nothing and I can't do nothing. So if he's ready to kick me and I'm in the air and I get hit, then there's nothing I could do until I touch the floor. So that's why I like these 2 slide forward that we worked on earlier when we were warming up. I have to stay really nice and low to the floor. Body is back. I'm eating the space, 1, 2, and then I'm going like this. Nice and short, tuck, 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 tuck. It can't be too loose for this one. I have to eat the space, I have to get him off guard, right? He gets pushed back, I eat the space, and then I'm lifting like this. And then I could reset, right? 1, 2, 3, okay? So this time, I want you guys to move all the way down. Don't reset the drill until you guys get to the end, and you could restart over here. We're gonna go for 10 reps on each side and then switch, okay, everyone? One, eat the space. Oh, be ready. This time it's reaction, okay? Ready? 1. Eat the space, come in. Good. Always ready, okay? Always ready, always ready. 1. Okay, good, nice. Yes, good. Okay, this drill is going to be really good for you when you're fighting those taller fighters, getting you into the habit of, after the cancel, moving forward and eating the space. Because I remember sometimes during the longer fighters, they're able to push you towards the end, right? So if you're able to be really annoying towards that fighter, and every time you close the distance, this is going to help you a lot.
I'm a little confused.
Okay.
So, when he attacks, right? Based on this timing, like this, then I slide.
Oh, then you slide forward.
I slide forward.
Yeah.
Okay. So
After, so you were simulating that you cut him, he canceled you, and then you got pushed back from that. So then you're eating the space as soon as possible, and then he's gonna throw another cut at you, and then you're lifting again.
Gotcha.
So it's cancel to slide forward, and then lift.
Oh, got you. All right.
But you're working on that reaction time, so you want to try and get it up as soon as he pushes out. That's going to be faster than a leg, but still, if you're able to get used to this, then it's going to be easier with the leg.
1, 2.
1, 2. Try to keep your body back a little bit when you slide forward. So it's like thinking about defense, even though you're moving forward. So it's like 1, body back, boom. Because if I bring my body forward, right, and I slide, if I bring my body forward, then I could run into something, right? But I want to come forward with my body back, so if I see it, I can still lift it. Okay? Okay, so right now, it's a little bit of like a shuffle step, right? So you go 1, and then look at my feet. It's kind of like this, but the second that it's like this, and then I have to plant, then if they hit me here, then I have nothing to do. But if I keep my body back and I cut one like this, anytime he hit me, I'm still ready to lift. So again, right? If I shuffle, he could hit me like this. If I cut, or not cut kick, but if I cut the floor, right? Then, oh, he didn't kick yet, I could lift. He kicked right away, I could lift, right? But if I shuffle, I have to wait until I touch here, okay? Try and work on one. So right now your back leg moves first, right? And this is not bad. You can use this in other situations, right? But in this situation, I have to keep in mind that he's gonna throw his leg at me as soon as he plants his feet. He cut at you, right? He cut at you, he got pushed back. As soon as he sees you moving in, he's gonna cut again, right? So you have to think that as soon as I eat the space, he's gonna throw it at me. But the shuffle is a little bit more like I have longer distance, right? Okay, I shuffle in and now I'm ready. Now I'm ready, right? But if I have to be ready right away, the shuffle is giving me too much of a big gap in where I'm able to be moving, right? So I go one, and instead of moving the back foot, one, I pick up the front foot, old school slide. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, okay?
Sir.
Let me see one more time like this, right? Pick up the front foot, push up the back foot. Yes, like that. But if you make this very tight and low to the floor, instead of it being like one like this, it becomes like this, yeah. Tan, tan, tan. We're gonna work on the clinch kick first, where I push my hips out and I hit a traditional clinch kick. So it's not going to, so if I throw like a regular roundhouse kick, right? If I throw it like this, or I'm sorry, if I throw it like this, right? If I'm on the inside and I try to throw the same kick, my leg is gonna get caught. So in order to create distance, just open it up for me. Right here, right, push. In order to create distance, I'm gonna push my hips out so I have a longer distance from my hips and the opponent, and I'm squeezing in this kick. If it's dedo, right? There's two different systems primarily used, dedo and KPMP. If it's dedo, then I wanna actually aim for this back flank over here, this back side, because the sensors go all the way over to the side. The best part to score on dedo is not the front. I can hit the front very hard, but many times it doesn't score as well. I want to aim for these sides and especially this back portion. Now, when I hit it, right, look at my toes, I'm going to hit with the lower part of my shin, so I create a dent in the chest guard. The dent in the chest guard scores a lot better than if I snap it like this. With the top of my foot, if I snap, it doesn't score very well. I want to create a dent in the chest guard with the lower part of my shin, and I want to pull my toes into me like this. Look at my toes, I pull it into me so that I connect all of the sensors. So I want you guys to come to the clinch. It's gonna be in a closed stance, push. I'm gonna aim for this back flank. I connect, I connect, I connect. And then I'm sorry, earlier I was talking about heels up, right? So I wanna make sure that I keep my heels up, right? And I'm pushing into him, and I connect, connect, connect. Right now we're just working on the technique. We're not working on really tactical or how I'm going to set it up. I just want you guys to work on the technique. So one person out of the partners, right? I get my right leg on the back side 10 times. After that, he's gonna get his right leg on the back side 10 times. We're gonna switch, left leg behind us, and then same thing. I'm gonna get 10 times, he's gonna get 10 times, okay? After this, we're gonna work on a technique that works a little bit better on KPMP, okay? But this first one is better on dedo. I'm looking for that back side, hit with the bottom part on this chin, pull the toes up so I get as much contact as possible with the magnets. All right, everyone? Okay, let's group up. So if you're the one kicking, you want to get your hands, find that position on the inside, push, and then get it through. Pull the toes more, pull the toes so it's wrapping. Yes, yes. Okay, if you're kicking, I always want your hands to find the way to the inside, yeah. Then you have better position. Pull the toes more, pull it. Yeah, pull it. So you get full contact like this. You gotta create more impact, bam, like this, over here on this backside. Yes, as you kick, look at my toes, right? As I kick, I pull it up, so I get most of the sensor on it, okay? All right, everyone, this time, I'm gonna be working on a switch clinch shot. Come over here. We're pushing against each other. And then one thing I forgot to mention earlier, right? If I'm the one shooting the shot, I need to be trying to get my hands to the inside like we worked on at the start. So push, right? If my hands are on the outside, if I wanna get off my shot, right? and I throw it like this, even though his arms are shorter than me, if my hands are on the outside, as I kick, push me, right? I'm gonna lose my balance. So I gotta when I get to the inside, if I wanna throw off the shot, right? My hands are on the outside, I find the inside shot, and then boom, I score it, okay? I find my way to the inside. So his hands are on the inside, I find my way to the inside if my hands are not, okay? So that's number one. Number two, this time we're working on something that works on KP&P. KP&P, there's no sensors on the back, okay? So that means that if I do the same technique as earlier, we're in the closed stance and I hit the back, it's not going to score. So that means that from here, right, instead of hitting the back side, I'm going to switch and hit the front side. But more than the front, on KP&P as well, more than the front, it's the sides that score the best. So I want to make sure that I'm switching feet and I'm not hitting over here as much as I'm hitting the backside. So I want to hit this flank right here and I'm going to push my hips out. So when I switch, right, I switch, but I don't come close, because if I come close, it's too close for me to kick. I want to keep my hips out, push, 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 right? I want to keep my hips out, bam, okay, again, bam. Look when I switch my feet, my heels are still up and I kick. If I switch and I go like this, push me when I switch, and my heels are down, I could fall like this. So I don't want to keep my heels down. I want to switch, bam, switch, bam. I hit like this, okay, everyone? Same thing, 10 on the left, 10 on the right, and then switch. Let's go. Good, okay, again. Good, okay. If you're kicking, you want to get your hands to the inside, yeah, and then kick. Nice, okay. Okay. Stance is a little bit too long. Try and make it a little bit shorter. Heels are still up. Bang, bang. Okay, but switch feet. So it's closed stance. Okay, shorten the stance. Let's say this is KP&P, you want to hit the open side, right? So switch feet and then hit that open side, yes. But don't bend too much like this. That's a different technique. For this one, we keep our hips out and we get the close distance from keeping the knees straight and hips out. Yes. Yes. Nice. Okay, let me see yours. Mm-hmm. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Nice. Mm-hmm. You want to imagine that it's KP&P. So if you're going to hit with your right leg, then switch feet. Switch feet. So it's closed stance. So you got to switch to your other stance to hit that open side. Yes. So this time we're going to work on repetitions. So I'm going to give you the beep. Or actually, let me see. Where's the beep? I'm going to give you the cue. And then when I give you the cue, I want to see like this. From here, if I give you the cue, switch, kick. Come back inside. If I give you the cue, switch, kick, okay? This is not a pivot. It's different than earlier. I'm just going from here, right? Push me. I'm going 1, 2, coming back in. 1, 2, coming back in. 1, 2, coming back in, okay? When I give you the beep, all right, everyone? On my count, when you hear the beep, I want to see the switch and the inside kick, shut it down again. Only one person is kicking, okay? Switch feet. Okay, other partner is kicking now. When I'm on the inside, especially if I'm the shorter fighter, I cannot come and only rely on one leg. I gotta be able to throw multiple shots. If I'm working against him, right, and he's taller than me, okay, no, I'm gonna use him because he's taller than me, right? If he's taller than me, right, I can't just rely on coming in and I only hit my right leg. And then I come in and I only hit my right leg. Because if he's smart, then every time I come in, he's gonna drop his right hand like this. And then I'm not gonna be able to score. So I gotta be able to create different angles, use different techniques. That's why I was talking about squeezing it in tight, maybe pushing my hips out, right? So I come to the inside. Maybe sometimes, yeah, I do use my right leg. But then I switch to my left. Then I I use a pivot. Then I turn to my right, I hit. Then I bring it up to the face. Then I bring it up to the face, back to the body, okay? So I gotta be able to use different angles, different techniques so I could score, especially if I'm the shorter fighter. I can't just be using one technique. I gotta be using different angles, different distances, different timings, okay, everyone? By my beep, I wanna see the first person that kicks, you're gonna do the same thing but on the other leg, okay? Ready? Nice, good. Take that left foot back farther. Switch feet. Yes, good. Good. Nice. I like how you shut it down after. Good. Good. When I make this beep sound, I need to be hearing, as soon as I make this beep sound, I need to hear ta-ta. Okay? It's too much of a delay. It's like a 1 second delay. But the thing is, the opening in their guard is less than a second. It's like 0.25 seconds. So when you see that opening, you need to be able to ta-ta. Okay? Right? Ta-ta. Like that. Okay? Take it too long right now. Let me go. Good. Whose heels are down? I need to see heels up. Heels up. Heels up. Good. Switch. Bomb. Let me see 2 kicks. Okay, good. All right, everyone. Now, relax for a second. This time we're gonna do 2 switches, okay? Let me see, Juan, let me work with you. Switch feet, okay? So this one, we just worked on switch kick, okay? So if I come to the inside, I feel like it's working, I keep working on it. I keep doing it. If it's not broke, then I'm not going to make it more complicated than it needs to be. So if every time I come to the inside, his arm is open, then okay, yeah, I'm gonna switch and hit the inside every time. But if he starts catching on, and then I come to the inside a few times, and his arm is there now, okay, I could do a lot of different options. Maybe I can go up to the face, I can bring it in tight, right? But I can also just switch back to this stance. So if he's used to me switching stance and hitting this left leg, so he drops his right cover, then I can go 1, 2, and I hit the right leg. I go 1, 2, hit the right leg. But when I switch, you guys watch my hips, okay? I'm not switching like this. 1, 2, ha. 1, 2, ha. My hips are turning over. Do you guys remember in the morning when we went 1, 2, like this? My hip is coming over. So I'm coming over, right? My hips are switching. Hips are switching. Now my hips are all the way back, and I have all of this range to throw my kick. But if my hips are just square, I don't have as much range to throw the kick. I want to use my hips to switch. Hip, hip, bomb. Hip, hip, bomb. Hip, hip, bomb. Like this, okay, everyone? Okay, other person now. Bigger switch, not just like this. Look at my feet. Not like that. 1, 2, 3. Next, we're gonna be working on intermediate technique of how I create space to get the kick. So if I'm over here and I'm in the clinch, right? I want to kick my left leg, right? But instead of, let's say we're shoulder to shoulder like this, right? Instead of just switching, right, and trying to push him away, and then I kick, I'm going to take what's called a pivot step, okay? So if I have shoulder to shoulder, right? I'm gonna step back with my left foot. I'm gonna pivot on my right, step back with my left foot, and kick like this. But there's few key points that you have to keep in mind in order to do this successfully, all right? Number 1, this right hand, this back hand, I have the underhook. So the reason that I need this underhook, I'm gonna show you guys, right, over here. The reason I need this underhook is as I step back, I wanna push his body. So I'm stepping back, but I'm pushing him into my kick, okay? So I'm not just I'm not just stepping back like this and I'm kicking because he's not gonna stay in place. I need to guide him to where I wanna go. So I take this step back and I say, hey, you go there, boom, like this, all right? Number 2, before I kick, if I can give him a little bit of a shoulder bump, okay? If I give him the shoulder bump, right? Even if it's not in fighting, if I push him first, he's gonna wanna push me back, right? So if I give him the shoulder bump like this, he's gonna wanna, bam, push me back. So I'm using this shoulder bump to get the reaction. So I bump him, he wants to bump me back like this, right? So I use that momentum with the push, 1, 2, and then he's moving this way, and then I score the open shot. Okay, everyone? After I score the open shot, my right underhook is still here. I could close it down, or I get the open shot, boom, and then I get out safely, okay? So I have to do one of 2 things. It cannot be pivot, I take the shot, and then I'm just here, and then he's like, oh, I got scored on, so then he scores on me. No, if I do all this work to set up a shot, I gotta make sure that it counts, I gotta make sure that it scores, and I gotta make sure that I either shut it down or exit safely. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, everyone? So again, I come in here, this time we're not pushing. We have our shoulders up against each other. My backhand, I have this hook. I give him the shoulder bump. When I feel him pushing back, I guide him, I get the shot, and then I can shut it down. All right, everyone?
Sir.
So this time, only one person. You guys practicing, I wanna see 10 reps on one side, then the other person 10 reps on that side, and then you guys switch feet, other foot, okay? All right, everyone, let's go. So get your underhook. Yes, show me push. 1, and then I'm pushing back. You're taking the step. Yes, but as you take the step, I want you to push my back, okay? So you push my back. Watch, take the step and push, yes, like this, okay? More fluid, okay? So from here, right? I have the underhook, right? I give him this little shove, but it has to be, it's really, it's hard to put it together, right? When you first start off. But basically, like, it has to be very fluid. So I give him this little shove, and then it's kind of like he's like this, okay? So I have to give him this little shove. He's coming back at me. As he's coming back at me, I say, okay, yeah, you go that way. I kick it, and then I shut it down again, okay? Let me see. Hook in. Right hook in. So right hook is like this, right? This is perfect. Now give him the shoulder bump. When he pushes back, yes, boom, okay? So 1, 2, 3. You can also use this to set up your crescent. 1, 2, 3. A little bit more fluid. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay, so if you're here, you're gonna kick with your right leg. Your left underhook is there, right? Okay. Push with the right shoulder. Take the step back. No, you stay there, okay? Keep your push with the right shoulder, take the right leg back, and hit that shot. Yes, okay? Okay, so underhooks in. Okay, which leg do you want to kick with? So see how it's getting caught, right? The reason you took the pivot step is to create space. So first you gotta pick which leg you're gonna kick with. You're gonna kick with your right? Okay, get your right leg in front. Okay, underhooks in. Follow me, right? My left underhook is here, right? Push a little bit with your right shoulder. Now, as you pull back, you're stepping back as well. 1, and now you have all this open space, bam, to hit it, okay? Try again. Yes, good. 1, 2, 3, yes. But after you do this, right? Instead of pushing him away like this, I want you to keep the arm here, so then you can guide him, kick, and then come back, okay? Let me see. Come to the inside. Yes, but I want to see like this. Watch, show me, right? Right now it's just like 1, 2, right? Use your right arm, your right hand. You're going, as you take the step, even if you don't use the shoulder, it's okay, right? You take the step out and you push him and then kick, okay? Use your right hand to push, go. Yes, okay, so you want to boom, bop. Boom, bop, okay? Try to get your foot sideways, okay? Yes, okay. So, who's kicking? You're kicking, okay, right? So, left foot in front. Switch feet. Yes, okay. Get your underhook in. Right? Now, from here, right? You're gonna take your left foot, step back. Now you have all this open room and body shot. Yes, again, shut it down.
Now?
All this open room, body shot. Yes, that's it right there. Okay, so 1, 2. You want to kick with your right leg? Okay, put your right foot in front. Left on the hook in here, inside. Take the right foot, step back. Push and kick it, kick it. Good. Do you see how? Watch. Come close. Take the right foot, step back all the way. Now you have all this room to fit your kick in. But don't bring your knee in. Keep your hips out straight, okay? So we're gonna work on fakes right now. I'm gonna implement 2 fakes into your game plan. When you do your fakes, you could alternate them. It all depends on your specific style, how your body looks when you move. But a general rule of thumb is there should be an offensive fake and there should be a defensive fake. For the offensive fake, it's going to be like a wave, okay? So everyone watch me. If you think about a wave that goes from down and up, that's going to be what I'm trying to replicate. So if I'm here, right, I'm dropping my body, I'm going down and I'm using my hands. I call it kind of like rowing or like shoveling, right? Almost like if I shovel, right? Same thing. I'm dropping my body. I'm shoveling forward. I'm using that momentum to kind of let my arms come up. I don't want it to be rigid. So if I go like this, like ha ha ha, right? It doesn't look like a fake. It just looks like I'm dancing, right? So I gotta make sure that it's very loose. It's natural. That's why I want to do it in front of the mirror. So I'm here, right? I drop my body 1. Everyone show me drop your body. 1. When you drop your body, your shoulders gotta be loose. So then that way, you look at my shoulders, they bounce. Okay, everyone show me drop. Drop. Okay, so now we got down. Now we're gonna go down and forward. So we're gonna go like this. Yes, forward. Forward. Okay, now I'm gonna incorporate my hands and arms into it. So from here, right, I drop and I bring my arms forward. So I go 1. 1, right? I could use one hand, I go 1. I could use the right hand, I go 1, right? But it's all coming from this dropping and shoveling motion, right? From here, what this replicates is if I'm going to go for a front leg, right, offensively, then before I throw it, most people, they have a telegraph. Even if I work my whole game around not having a telegraph, there's still going to be telegraphs inevitably, right? So if most people have a telegraph where before they kick, right, they're kind of like, they're going like this, like 1 and then 2, then I can replicate that. I can go, right? Maybe I show them this, I go like, and then I kick, right? So then they associate me going like this with me kicking. So then once they are used to me going like this before I kick, then I can use that same exact pre-movement to fake them, okay? So what I want you guys to be doing right now, right, is you're gonna work on that fake, but it's not going to be 4 reps and it's not going to be, I want you to do 10 on one side and 10 on the other, because that turns it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm finished, sir. No, not like this, right? I'm gonna have some music playing. I want you to walk around, right? Feel natural, right? And you can work. You could think in your head, okay, I'm sparring this person right now. Maybe they're taller than me. I have problems with it. I need to work on my fake. So how am I going to look at my stance? How am I going to move sideways? How am I going to incorporate, right, this offensive movement? How am I going to use this fake to get to the inside and score my points, okay? So I want you to be working freely, moving around, okay, everyone? So you could switch throughout both stances. If you're used to just one stance and you're going to nationals, then I would prefer you stay in that stance. If you have a longer time out from your competition and you don't have a competition that's coming up right now, then you can work on both stances. Okay, does that make sense, everyone? All right, everyone, so we're gonna go for about 3 minutes of work on just focusing on moving around freely and incorporating this fake, okay? All right, everyone, let's get to work. So right now it's kind of like this, right? Your arms, right? Let the shoulders bounce, right? We're gonna bounce them. Show me from here, right? You're up here, and now bounce them. Yes, let them bounce, bounce. Yeah, bounce. Exactly like that, right? You wanna bounce, relax, 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 okay? And then from here, bounce them, okay? Now use that bounce. Exactly, bounce. And now use your arms, right? Drop them and bring them up. Yes, drop them and bring them up. Drop them and bring them up. Exactly. So it's not like you're going like this. This is just the result of you dropping your body. Dropping your body. Like your body's coming here, and then as it's coming here, you're pulling it back so your arms look like they're coming forward. Okay, let me see. Yes, good, okay. Yes, better. Okay, so for you, right? from here, right? You see how it's kind of like 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, tang, right? We talked about it being calm and then exploding, calm and then exploding. So for you, I want you to be a little bit more relaxed stance, relax, and then here. Relax, and then here. 1, 2, okay, relax, 3, okay? Okay, and then right now it's kind of like this, you're using your arms. Just like him, right? I want you to be using just the momentum. So you're dropping your body, and your body's coming forward, but then you pull back. So you're pulling back, and then your arms are just staying there. So it's just like, loosen up, loosen up, loosen up, loosen up. Let your shoulders bounce, shoulders bounce. Okay, that's better. Drop more, drop, drop. Look at me sideways, drop. Show me go like this. Again, 1. Okay, now from here, 1. Right, look at my shoulders, right? 1. Okay, so from here, right? From here, I want to use my shoulder dropping, and then I can, like this. Instead of it being like this, or I'm like doing it on purpose, I'm kind of just letting it flow, like, right? Sometimes I move to the side, right? And then use the beat, right? You listen to the beat. Right? So you want to kind of make it more natural. Okay? And then use this, and then down and forward. Down and forward. Okay, that's better. I like it. Try to so you start off in a shorter stance, right? So shorter stance, and then act like you're coming in. Yes. Again, let me see. And then sometimes, right? So you have this down. This motion is good. Now sometimes you make a variation. So maybe sometimes, right? You go like this, 1, and then you go 2. Right? So you want to kind of play with the timing, okay? Okay, so for this one, right? So what you're gonna do is bring your stance to short. You're gonna bring it to a medium with your toe. Just your toe, and then step back. So you're going 1. Yeah, exactly. Now just let your arms flow with it and your shoulders loose, and you just 1. Okay, so instead of being over like this, you want to bring it under and up. Yes, under and up. Okay, under and up. Fake, fake, under and up, under and up. Yes, okay. And now let your body be loose, and then you can kind of, just flow with it. Listen to the music, right? Relax a little bit, right? I'm listening to the beat, right? And I go 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, right? So you kind of like just get used to it, find the different flow that feels best for you, and then you can make that your own style. All right, everyone. So we worked on the offensive fake. We're going to work on the defensive fake now, okay? So this is replicating, like if I'm coming in offensively, right? I'm acting like I'm going to, boom, I'm acting like I'm going to come in offensively, right? Now for the defensive fake, what is the most commonly used defensive technique? Okay, cancel, or if he's trying to come into me and I want to stop him from coming in, what do? I cut him, right? So if I'm going like this, right? If Johnny's trying to come into me, right? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go BAM, right? He's gonna try and come into me. 3 seconds left, boom. I wanna keep him away, keep him away, keep him away, right? So I'm going to replicate that technique. How do I replicate that technique? I stomp on the floor. It sounds funny, right? But I stomp on the floor. I go like this, right? I act like if I know that the form of the technique where I'm being defensive is me going like this and pushing it out, I'm gonna make a very short, tight movement like that, like this, okay? Like this, okay? So I'm using, watch, everyone eyes. When you face the mirror, right? I'm using my front hand to just add a little bit of extra effect. Just a little bit of extra effect. I use this front hand to create a little bit more, right? And what this does is they're trying to rush me, right? There's 5 seconds left, but he doesn't want to get scored on, right? Because he has to catch up on his lead. But if he's trying to find his timing, and each time he tries to find the timing, I go, hoo, hoo, hoo. And then he tries to rush me, boom, I cut him, hoo, hoo. It makes it so much harder for him to come in. And what does that do? It buys me 2, 3, 4 more seconds. So imagine I have 10 seconds left. I have to keep up a 2-point lead. If I can buy myself 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's the difference between me taking that home, that medal home at the end of the night, or I go to home empty-handed. Does it make sense, you guys? All right, so defensive cut replication, again, right? Look at my, earlier, we used the front toes. So I wasn't really using my heel, I was using my toes to just step and then come back, step and then come back. This time, I'm going to plant my heel. Don't do it too hard because you're gonna overextend your knee, but I'm going to plant my heel and bring my toes up, pull my toes up, okay? So everyone show me very lightly, just show me go like this, 1. Okay, and when I do this, I don't wanna, look at me, I don't want to widen my stance. I wanna keep it like this, from here, just a little, boom. I plant with my toes and then my tib is pulling my toes up and then I smack it down. Yes, so it's like 1, 2. Yes, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And one good rule of thumb is you should always be able to bring that front leg up for a cut if they bite on it. So for example, right? If Juan tries to come over here, I go like this and then he comes in, or come in with the back leg, right? I should be able to cut it out. If I go like this and I'm too wide and he comes in, I can't bring that back leg up. So I need to always be ready. He tries to come in, bam, I catch him, okay? All right, everyone? So again, we're gonna go for 3 to 5 minutes of working just on this defensive fake. Make sure that it's realistic. Follow the beat and then find your own flow. All right, everyone, let's go. A little bit of a shorter stance when you do it. Not too wide. Nice and short, nice and short. Let me see more of this fake. Yes, but when you're already starting off at a little bit of a medium distance, medium short distance, and then when you step into the fake, it's a medium distance. So if they bite on you at that fake, then it's very dangerous, right? So you want to keep it a little very short and then bam, just really tight and bring it back. All of your weight, don't let your weight come forward. If your weight comes forward, boom, you run into something. Weight is back and you're just, oh, they came in, bam. They came in, bam. They came in, bam, okay? Catch me. Boom, okay? Again. Yes, good, okay? So you want to use this so it makes it harder for me to come in. Okay? Down. Yes, good. Yes, good. Less bouncing, less bouncing. Light, nice and light. Still. Boom. Still. Boom. Still. Boom. Yes, like this, okay? So you gotta catch me there, okay? Boom. Yes, good. Again. Boom. Nice, okay? Boom. Good. Boom, like this, okay? Right? Okay, you're winning, right? Harder fake. Yeah. Okay, again, harder fake. Boom, yes, good. Boom. Yes, good, nice. Okay. See? Good. Harder fake. So you can, when you step instead of foot sideways, you can foot straight. So you go, bam. So should we plant the heel? Yes, good, bam. So if someone is like, oh, I want to come in on him, but you're going like that, it's like, oh, I feel like he's gonna cut me. So it's like, I can't read it. So like you're faking me. Oh, and I'm like, oh. And then when I do come in, then you have the cut ready. Bam, yes, exactly. This time we're going to be doing strategic sparring. But we make it strategic by taking out a lot of our weapons. So over here, the fighter who's on this side moving backwards has only 2 things that they could do. They could do cut and they could do cancel, all right? What I could do is I could do cut, cancel, motion, if you want to call it motion, if you want to call it fake, right? Motion fake, and an underkick. So all of those 3 weapons that I said first, cut, cancel, and motion is all to set up this one underkick. Okay, so from here, right, and I know everyone, you guys have your front leg offense
front leg to the face, right? But right now I really want to work on dialing in this basic right here. So we start off, right? We're just going to be sparring. He's not going to give me any open shot this time. In the morning session, right? It was just working on technicality. This person, they say, oh, come hit the under. Come hit the under. This time it's more competitive. If I'm not ready, or if I'm going in body first, Didi's job is to cut me in place. If I'm just coming in like this, boom, he's trying to cut me. If I'm just coming in like this, he's trying to cut me. But what his job is he can cut and he can cancel on his discretion. What I can do, right? I can cut him, right? He can cancel me like that. Boom, right? He could cut me first, which I can cancel, right? We're going back and forth. And now from here, right? It's pretty similar, back and forth, right? What changes the tempo and changes the atmosphere of this exchange is me introducing these fakes and motions, okay? If I can get him to get used to me cutting, right? And then I give him the fake like that. He thought I was gonna cut, but he lifted it in place because he got surprised. That surprised lift is what I'm trying to influence, like I said in the morning session, right? So I'm trying to get him to, right? If he cuts me first, right? I cancel, right? I eat the space, and then I hit that underkick like this, okay? So I'm trying to find the moment when this partner is not ready in order to eat the space or in order to give him a hard fake so I could set up that underkick. Does it make sense, everyone? Okay, so a little bit more competitive right now. I don't want you to just give up the shots. We're going to go, if I'm on this side, I'm moving forward, right? Most of these techniques is not being crazy offensive. I'm not rushing in. The under is a counter. Maybe cut is still offensive, but the cancel and these motions is not being too aggressive. I'm still trying to push this bubble on him. If he throws it at me, it shouldn't be touching my chest gear. I want to bring up that cancel in time, and then it's all to set up this counter kick. Once I get there, the roles are going to be reversed. Okay, everyone? All right, everyone, let's get started. That one, for that cut, did you give her the underkick? A little bit, right? Don't give her it. Don't give her it. Right now, we're trying to be a little bit more competitive. So if you feel like you could cut it to the floor, you cut it to the floor. Exactly, yes. So you gotta find a way. Right now, she's cutting on her timing, right? So in order to make it on your timing, you cut her first, get her to get pushed back. As she's off balance, right? That's your time when you can give your fake motion. If she cuts at you again, she's ready. Cancel that, get it out the way, eat the space, and then she's lifting because you made her lift it, okay? Okay, we're gonna switch roles, everyone, but one more time. If I'm moving backwards, I only have 2 weapons I could work with. Only 2 weapons. No back kicks, no back legs, only my front leg cut and my front leg cancel. I'm doing this because I want to create the situation where I'm forced, one way or another, if this person is being, if this person is manipulating the distance and being tricky enough that I have to raise my front leg in place, okay? Of course, like if I see it and it's real match, right? Maybe I could switch and use my back leg, or I could use the back kick, right? But right now, I want to create the situation where I'm forced to use that leg. And then number 2, if I'm being the person who's trying to go under, right? My whole goal is to be able to get this person to raise their leg because I made them raise their leg, okay? So, sorry, Michael? Right here, right? If every time I step into the distance, he's cutting first, this is him raising his leg on his own because he wants to, because he sees it, right? But if I push him back, right, and I step in, maybe he's still ready, I cancel it, right? I cut, right? Give him a fake, okay? No, I didn't like that, right? Boom, I cut him first, okay? I'm starting to make him lose his distance, right? I cut him back, I give him motion. I don't like that. He boom, right? Start again, start again, start again.
like that. He raised his front leg because I made him raise his front leg. But before, are you okay? But before that, all of those times that he was cutting at me, it was because he still saw his timing. So I have to know I don't have to use my back leg yet. Not yet, not yet, not yet. I see the situation that I want, then I throw it. Does that make sense, everyone? So it doesn't matter if you go all the way to the end and you only get one kick in. As long as that kick matched the situation, you did the drill correctly. It makes sense? Yes, sir.
When your opponent cancels, when's the appropriate time to do the underkick? As his leg is going up or as it's up?
If it's my turn, or if I'm doing the underkick drill and he's canceling me, sir?
Yeah, so if you make him out and
he thinks that I'm cutting and he raises his leg?
Yeah.
So with this underkick, sir, if he, let's say I cut him once, or I cut you once, boom, and I give him a motion and he thinks I'm lifting the leg, as it's on the way up, I'm hitting. But if I'm going for a more traditional back leg, then I would motion, right? He lifts it, wait for it to drop, and then I'm hitting. But that's a different type of technique, sir. So it's like the more offensive back leg, right? If I cut him first, I motion, that's when I'm trying to hit that. But if I'm just trying to go for a regular underkick, then I motion and I hit it as he's lifting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, everyone, let's try and redo the drill. We're gonna switch roles. There are times that he flinches from that cut, right? But he didn't lift it. If he's flinching, then you hit it with the offbeat cut.
Okay.
Because that's gonna get him to get pushed back, right? So once he's pushed back, then you eat the space like we worked on in the morning as soon as he's getting pushed back, and that's gonna force him to say, like this. Okay, so you're used to this one, right? But I feel like every time before you hit the under, it's always this. Like even if you canceled and they're, or you motioned and they're ready to, like they lifted their leg, you still come in with this, right? Try to make it so that this is its own, this, right, is to create something, right? But if it's already created, then you don't need to create another thing. If it's already right there, then boom, you throw it. So mix around with your different motions or setups for that kick. Oh, open stance? Open stance?
So here to after the cut?
Both of you guys are going to be cutting and canceling, but you're going to be able to cut, cancel, fake, and go under. So that one, she got a little bit too close, right? So you cancel that one. Try not to change stance for now. Just stay in one stance so she can work on that under. Let's get one good rep in. Okay, better.
But you can one. Develop that.
So, if it's in like that medium distance, then you could do the seesaw. But if you feel like let's say like this person let's say he lifted his leg. Let's say he lifted his leg in place and it's like right here. If it's here, then it's too close to go under, right? Because I can't seesaw if it's like that close. So then if it's here, then I clash, then that's when I hit the inside kick. So we're gonna do similar drill, but this time replacing the under kick, I'm working for the punch, okay? If I'm working with, could I work with you, sir? Yes, sir. So if I'm doing the drill, right? Earlier, I was the person going under. This time, I'm working for the punch, okay? So if you're comfortable with a knee shield into a punch, right? Then we could use our knee shield into the punch. If he lifts his leg, right? I'm using my knee shield to get inside to punch, right? Or I could use my front hand to stuff this leg and come down for the punch, right? But however way you would like to throw your punch, I'll leave it up to you guys because I know we all have different setups and different skill levels right now. But the other rules of this game that we're playing is going to stay the same. It's going to be cut, cancel for him. He can only do cut, cancel, right? I'm replicating a long, lanky fighter. And then for myself, I could do cut, cancel, motion, and then set up for my punch, all right? So it's going to be same thing, right? So he could cut first if he wants, right? Oh. I'm gonna cancel that, right? I could cut first as well. He could cancel me, boom, like this, right? And I'm basically just trying to create timing, right? Get him to raise his leg in place like that because I want him to lose his confidence in his front leg, right? I cut him back first, right? Do you see how I'm creating him to cut out, not because he saw his timing for his cut, but because I'm influencing you, right? It makes you feel like there's this pressure that's coming on you, right? Once I get him in that zone where he's being reactive to me, that's when I take advantage and throw that scoring counter, right? So again, boom, I catch it, right? Boom, like this, okay? So I switch the tempo, right? You saw right before I threw the punch, I do this kind of scooping fake, and then I come in, right? So again, like I said, I'm using my cut, cancel, motion, and punch. Just those 4 basics. For you as well, just cut and cancel. Sometimes if your leg lands on top of his and then he's canceling, right? You could just hook it and then punch.
Like go like this?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a complete hook, but you just basically trying to put your weight onto his leg.
And then that's gonna go.
And then that leads into the setup for that punch. So if I'm right here, right? All I gotta do is lean forward. And then he has to drop it. Because his leg, as strong as his leg is gonna be, it's not gonna be stronger than the whole weight of my body. Okay. Makes sense, right? Because all of my body weight is gonna be on that leg. So all I gotta do is, one, I drop, boom, okay?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Oh. You guys come back here. Mm-hmm. Don't force the punch timing, just create it.
Nice.
So right there, right? She cut you first, cut me first, but if I try to punch this, I'm gonna run into something, right? I have to make it so that, right? I cut her first, right? She could cut me first too, but I'm gonna cancel that, get it out the way, right? Come again, cancel that, get it to push back. I eat the space like that and see how she's surprised, right? So do it again, cut me. I cancel that, eat the space, boom. Then that's when I come in, okay? Try again. One more time. She cut you first. Eat the space fast. Eat the space fast. Right after you cut or cancel. Right after you cut or cancel, yes. Okay. Right there at the end, she wasn't ready, right? It's because after the cancel or after the cut, you eating that space right there is creating that timing, okay? Sometimes, like if he's difficult to touch because he moves backwards and then he's also getting that leg up cancel, right? Once you get the leg on top, you could just boom, pull it towards you. Drag it. Mm-hmm. No, you're good. Okay? If he's like pulling back like that. But if it was real ring, then like it's gonna get to the point where you run into the corner. So you can't pull back anymore. That's where it becomes a little bit easier. Everything that we're trying to do gets way easier when you get the other person into the corner. We're going to switch partners one more time, or if you guys want to stay together, you can stay together as well. But the person who just worked on the punch, we're going to add one more technique. So we did cut, cancel, motion, and under. We did cut, cancel, motion, and punch. We're gonna do cut, cancel, motion, punch, and under. So me, what I'm looking to score with is both my punch and my underkick. And the reason that these two go together is if I work with you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we could do it sideways as well, all right? So earlier, right, the whole goal or my mission for this sparring, right, if you want to call it mission sparring, is to get them on their back foot and be reactive to me, right? We learned at the start of the seminar or this morning that there's a difference between him lifting it, reacting to me in place, and him feeling his own timing and cutting at me, right? So now I'm able to differentiate the difference between those two, right? So from here, since I know the difference, we're gonna play this front leg foot fencing game, right? So he cancels me if I cut. If he cuts, I cancel him, right? Same thing, it's gonna go back and forth. This is just like a match, it goes back and forth, right? And then from here, the reset in between is what I need to take advantage of. I need to take advantage of the half beat timing, the off beat timing, right? Whether I'm fighting at a high level or a beginner level, it doesn't matter. There's always an off beat timing, and I need to be able to recognize that and exploit it. That's why earlier in the morning, I was talking about the music. That's why I really like to listen to the music and find that off beat, find that half tempo, okay? So again, I'm gonna be cutting, right? He cuts me, I cancel, right? I come here. Do you see how that's kind of like a off beat motion when I come in? I could use that motion now, right? If it gets too close, I punch, right? But earlier I saw when you guys were working for the punch, sometimes it got difficult because you was trying to come here, but the cut came out too long, and then it's trying to go like this, right? So instead of just doing the punch or just doing the under, right? Earlier for the under kick as well, sometimes it get too close. So now if it's close, right? If it's close, then I could work for the punch. Or if he lifts it in place and it's a little bit farther, right? If it's a little bit farther, I can work on that underkick. Okay, everyone? But again, like this, right? Maybe it takes 10, 20 tries just to get one kick in. That's no problem. Because earlier, right, when you were lifting it in place like this, right? I saw if I go under this, I'm gonna clash. So if I feel like I'm gonna clash, or I feel like it's not the situation that I wanted, I pull out, I reset. Or I come down, I clinch, and I push off. It's when I try to force the solution to a problem that it doesn't match, when I give myself the chance to either get hurt or I give myself the chance to get scored on, okay? So it's all about decision making. Yes?
I feel like about a clash with the underkick. Why don't you just push to the side and punch? Like how you doing before.
If I feel like I'm gonna clash for the underkick, like this, well, I am a very punch heavy fighter. So most of the times I would just go for the punch. But if I'm trying to, for this drill, if I'm trying to mix in both, then sometimes, right, I don't just spam the punch. Right here, I could have punched, right there. But sometimes, right, I let off the gas. Sometimes I set up a punch once, I set up a punch twice, then I go back to the underkick. I'm trying to work on both techniques. Any other questions?
When you're punching, is the same hand that you're punching with, is the leg going forward with it?
I'm punching first, and then the leg is following. Yes, sir. But it depends on each situation. Sometimes I'll just stay here, right? Bam. And then sometimes, if I feel like his leg is coming up, I could stuff it, and then the back leg follows. But it's kind of like a flow, or just your feeling during the exchange. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yes, ma'am.
So when we cancel this and then I this, when do the punch better?
So if you feel like,
Yeah, well, how can I comfortable with it?
so if you feel like right here, I give the motion, right? And then she lifts the leg in place, but she moved a little bit forward. Right here, if I feel like I do under, it's too close, right? So then that time, if I feel like it's close, I just push down a little bit and I punch.
When close this punch.
Close
better.
distance punch, yes. But if it's a little bit longer and I get her to here and it's a little bit longer, then I can go under. Okay.
Thanks.
No problem. Okay. Right there, you could go under. So you see how you get him into you want to create patterns in sparring, right?
But
So
it's too quick for
no, you could do it slowly as well. I'll throw it slowly, right? So I could be moving. Just like this, right? But the whole thing, the reason I'm able to find that is because I'm trying to find this habit. So once I find that, okay, every time I cut, he lifted the cancel, I get a cut out, he lifted the cancel, I act like I'm coming in for the cut, he lifts up the leg, and then I go under, okay? All right, so this drill is going to be working on the situation where you have someone in the corner or you find yourself in the corner. If I have him in the corner and I'm pressuring him, all of my kicks is going to be short because I know he has no options. He don't want to step out to take that comp jump. He want to come in. So all of these kicks are going to be short, right? I'm going to fake at him, try and get him to come in so I can hit something short, try and get him to come in so I could get something short, same thing, come in so I could hit something short. Him, he's trying to fake at me and get me to kick long or kick by mistake, right? He's trying to fake at me. So then I kick, and then as I'm putting it down, he's coming and then spinning me out of the corner. So he's looking for his timing to get out of the corner and deceive me because I'm trying to set up those kicks, and then I'm trying to deceive him, get him to pull out, come into me, and score something tight, okay? Okay, and then once we clinch, we reset. One time you spin out? Yeah. One more. I go like around us, and then second time I go cut, but here, and then bomb. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Next drill is going to be replicated in case you got someone in the corner, you got them with 4 comp jumps, and you're trying to give them that last comp jump so you could take the match, not by points, but by penalties. One person is going to be working on their cut, trying to continuously cut, get it out nice and straight, make contact, score or not, you're just trying to push them out the edge of the ring. For me, if I'm in the corner, I want to work on keeping a good timed, solid cancel, so then that way I could keep my ring positioning, not eat that last comp jump, and then pretty much dog it out until the end of the round so I could keep my lead, all right? So, same thing. I start off in the corner, and he's just trying to cut me out. All right, so this drill is going to be about shot selection. We got 10 seconds left. We have them in the corner, and we are down by about 4 points. So I see a lot of times people, they just throw like 2 Hail Marys. So they throw like a jumping, spinning 540 or like a wild sandwich kick when they still got like 10 seconds. But maybe if you have like 1 second left and then you know you're gonna lose, I just throw it just for, you know, just to do it. But if I got 10 seconds and it's 4 points, I could hit 2 body shots, I could hit 1 headshot, they fall, and it's still gonna be the same score. I'm still gonna tie it up. So I'm working on having patience, but also being proactive with that 10 seconds and making sure I can find the shot to tie it up or take the lead, all right? And then again, this person, right, they winning, but they're not just opening up and being like, okay, yeah, you losing, you have to score a spin, here, take it. Nah, he's trying to cut me to the floor, keep his lead right now. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so for that one, I lose, right? Then we do it again, reset again. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we both took a win and a loss, but basically you want to see that's how we're going back and forth competitively. We're not, taking it easy on each other. We want to make sure that it's as realistic as possible. All right, so this drill is going to be 3 seconds left. You losing by like 1 or 2 points. You got to score 1 shot. Okay, so in order to give yourself the most opportunity as possible, as soon as the ref says go or kezzle, you gotta throw your shots right away, number 1. And then number 2 is you don't wanna just throw 1 shot and then check the board. You wanna throw 2, 3, 4 shots all within that 3-second period to give yourself as many chances as possible, all right? Same thing with me. I'm not trying to let him score on me. I got this cover, locked down, blocked down. 3, 2, 1. Okay, all right, one more. 3, 2, 1. It's crazy, right?